challenging trip to the furthest southwest and furthest northeast points of the league. And they win this series here at New Britain, taking the final two with late inning magic both nights. So tonight, back home, great to be here. Revs opening up a 4-game series with the Ducks. We'll check in with Mace. The Broadway Transmission Managers Report is coming up next.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Nitro Circus presents the Next Level Tour. In 2018, we're stepping things up a notch and taking the world's biggest ramps on the road. These are the ramps that have only been seen at Travis Pastrana's house and the Nitro World Games. And now they're coming to you. So come check it out, York. This tour is too big for indoors. This tour is next level. Coming to People's Bank Park on Friday, June 15th. Tickets on sale now through nitrocircus.com.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for all the latest on your Atlantic League champion York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
All right, Mace. Well, first of all, after that trip, you got to be thrilled to see this beautiful clubhouse in York, for one, and for two, to get that win last night and the last two at New Britain. Late, exciting games, close games. Those were two really good wins to come home with.
Well, definitely, and I'll start off by saying, even though I told the players they didn't have to be here till 4 today, I was so excited to be here. I was here like 1 o'clock. So, it was. It was a long trip, but it ended up on a good note for us. We got 2 wins coming out of there that made for a nice bus ride home last night. We got back we got back in good time, like 5 hours, maybe a little bit more than that. But it was still 3 in the morning or whatever. So, but it's good to take those long bus rides back to wherever after a win. So that was a good win for us, and a lot of good things happened.
The team, like, big picture, if you look at it, the makeup of this group, I mean, 2 nights ago you come back from a deficit. Last night you respond after the other team came back. Do you like the mindset of this group and just being around them? It seems like they really enjoy being together and getting here to the ballpark every day.
Definitely, excuse me. These guys, they get along great. You can see all that when we're on the bus, in the clubhouse, on the field, in the dugout. I mean, it's a group that cares about each other. They're playing really hard. That was a rigorous 6 days right there, between the heat and the travel and everything else. And we came out of that trip 3-3. You'd like to do better than that, but 500 on that trip is not bad. So we just come home now. We got to start to play better at home. I think we've been playing better, but we really need to turn it on, where this is a place where it's really hard for other teams to win. We got to get to that point here, and this is going to be our first time seeing the Ducks all year. So, we're going to be doing some scouting on them to see what they have. They have some new faces as well, and then we have these 4 days, and then we're out on the road again.
Well, I know we talked about it before the game last night, but Joe Van Meter is the ultimate guy where whatever you ask him to do, he does it. And last night, again, going even deeper than the first start and gave you a great chance.
He really did. He was, he had a lot of strikeouts. I know he had a lot of strikeouts early on, and he was just throwing fastballs by him. I mean, it was basically like an attitude thing, like, here it is, see what you can do with it. And and he was outstanding. He really was. And maybe he ran out of gas a little bit in the last inning. The velocity might have slipped a little bit, but more than that, like Fletch and I were talking in the dugout, the location was starting to come up a little bit. He wasn't keeping the ball down like he was in the first 5 innings. But, overall, for a guy to step in out of the bullpen, not really build up to do starting, a starting rotation type thing, he did really, really well, and he had 2 starts on that road trip. He had the first one and the last one, so that says a lot about him with the travel and everything thrown in there. He really did a great job for us.
Last night you go to, and the whole bullpen was great, but you go to Rincon first and then sides. Is that something that you're looking at going forward?
No, it is. And that's nothing against Junior. I mean, Junior's been fine. He's 3rd in the league in saves, and, we talk about this all the time. It's good to have options when it comes to a guy that can pitch, the 9th inning or the closing situation. So, Grant really hadn't been in the game that much during the trip. And I wanted to make sure I got him in the game last night. I thought where the matchups were based on their lineup, I thought it might have been a little better to flip them around last night, which is what I did. And, when they got 2 outs and the tying run on base or the tying run at home plate, then I was going to put Grant in there. So Junior pitched the night before, did a great job, got the save for us, and came in last night and did a good job in the 8th too.
Like you said, tonight you see this team for the first time. You do a little scouting as you go, and facing their pitcher, Barbosa, he's a huge left-hander, very tall. If memory serves, there's a lot of arms and legs in that delivery. What's the key as a hitter? Do you try to pick out the release point and just try to stay focused on that?
That's it. You hunt for the ball. I mean, that's what you're doing. You're hunting for the ball as fast as you can pick it up. I mean, you want to see it as long as you can, so you're going to try to pick it up right away. You don't want to look at all the body parts that are flying everywhere. You're hunting for that window where the baseball is going to come out of, and try to make a quick adjustment, whether you're going to swing or not. And if you swing, try to put a good swing on it, and then hope for the best. I mean, that's really what it comes down to at that point. So when you have tall, lanky guys out there with a lot of deception, and sometimes if they drop down and change arm angles on you out of nowhere, sometimes that can catch you off guard too. So basically we're just, you got to hunt for the baseball and then go from there.
Mace, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Yep, thanks.
Revs manager Mark Mason on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. We'll listen in tonight on our national anthem.
York Revolution, please welcome tonight's Field of Dreams team, members of the Suburban York Softball Club. Fans, please rise, remove all cover, and welcome Ava Mikulski, representing Suburban York Softball, for the performance of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming. Red glare, the bombs bursting in air,
That was Ava Mikulski from Suburban York Softball with our national anthem tonight, belting it out here at Peoples Bank Park as we get set to go first of a 4-game weekend here at home. Not only is that great group from Suburban York Softball here, it's also swim night presented by YMCA of York County. And the Revs have taken the field for tonight's game. Starting lineups brought to you by Flying Feed. For the Long Island Ducks, they can score. They are third in the league in runs. Jordani Valdespin, the former New York Met, is on a tear. He's at second base leading things off. Emilio Bonifacio, another big league veteran, at shortstop will hit second. Travis Snyder, another big league vet, in right field hitting third. Lou Ford, another big league vet, is the DH batting cleanup. David Washington's got some big league time. He's in left field hitting fifth. Taylor Ard, the third baseman, is batting sixth. Ramon Cabrera will do the catching and hit seventh. Anthony Vega back with the Ducks for another stint. He's in center field hitting eighth. And Alex Soul at first base will bat ninth. Again, Valdespin, Bonifacio, Snyder, Ford, Washington, Ard, Cabrera, Vega, and Soul for the Ducks, facing Mitch Atkins. For the Revs tonight, behind Atkins, they will have Jared Mitchell in right field to get things started. Alexi Casilla at second base, bats second. Hitting third is the DH, Wellington Dotel. Cleanup man Zach Wilson gets the start tonight at first base. Burgess, a big game last night. He gets the night off. Ruby Silva in left field will hit fifth. Batting sixth at short is Ryan Dent. Jose Cuevas at third, he will bat seventh. Travis Witherspoon in center, hitting eighth, and Tyler Clark will catch for Atkins and round it out. Again, Mitchell, Casilla, Dotel, Wilson, Silva, Dent, Cuevas, Witherspoon, and Clark for the Revs. And we are set to go here in a gorgeous evening at Peoples Bank Park. Jordani Valdespin stands in. Left-hand batter, big league vet, and Atkins ready to go. Our Dasher Investment Services first pitch is down and in. We are underway tonight, 6:34 our start time. Brilliant sun-splashed early evening here in downtown York. Valdespin fourth in the league in hitting .347, and he lays off a ball outside, 2-0. Revs in the home whites, Long Island alternate black jerseys with the gray road pants. Valdespin 4 home runs, 19 driven in. Some pop at the top. Pitch to him, that's in there. It's a called strike. Our plate ump tonight is Brian DeBrouwer. James Clayton at first, Mike Williams at third base. I believe our first look at that crew this season. We've seen them a lot in the past. On the wind and the 2-1, and a ground ball smack. Oh, fair, what a pick. Zach Wilson turns and flips to Mitch Atkins covering. And Valdespin chopped it with top spin along the line. It took a high, hard in-between hop, and Wilson a clean pick with the glove. That's how the night starts.
Heck of a grab there for Zach, and that's a good way to set the tone. A nice flashy play like that. Keep one of the league's leading hitters, if not arguably the hottest hitter in the league, off bases, and that's exactly what Mitch needs to do. He's gone deeper in his last 2 starts. 2 starts ago looked really good. Got roughed up a little bit in Sugarland, but that's what he needs to do to start off a good night, is get that leadoff man out.
Here is Emilio Bonifacio, 10th in the league in hitting. First pitch, that's across for a strike. Bonifacio at .313 coming in. No home runs, 14 batted in. He is their top stolen base threat, 11 for 11. Batting in the 2-hole, the 0-1. And it's a little low off the glove of Clark. Bonifacio, a switch hitter. Our game time temp tonight, 80 degrees, sun-splashed evening. Weather brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. And tonight's weather they can be proud of. Sure, they got some lawns taken care of today with this sunshine. The 1-1 and a ground ball toward first. That stays fair, the exact same spot. And Zach Wilson feeds Mitch Atkins again. A carbon copy from the first out, and there's 2 down here in the top of the first.
Another nice play. That one not as difficult, but another good job of Wilson to get the glove on it, and another great job by Mitch to get over and cover. It's a lot easier said than done covering first base that way, but Mitch, you know, muscle memory for him. He's been around long enough. Getting over there in time to cover.
Let's see if we can tie a baseball record.
3 3-1 putouts in an inning?
Uh-huh. I assume it's been done. Here's Travis Snyder. Game's been around a while. Atkins misses high. Snyder the K-man tonight, so they'll roll the dice with the number 3 hitter in the order. He's hitting .243, 3 homers, 23 knocked in. And Atkins misses down low to him. It is 2 balls and no strikes. Have a visitor in the booth. My goodness. Man comes barreling in.
We encourage visitors in the booth, though. Especially the ones that come with food.
Here's the 2-0. And a swing and a high pop-up foul. First base side toward the light standard. And that'll come down on the concourse.
So this particular visitor did not bring food, so I don't know how we feel about that.
He's helping himself to food. He's going to get kicked out of yet another establishment. Atkins the wine, the 2-1, and a swing and a foul back upstairs. Let's end this inning so I can go help him find his mother.
Yeah.
Before something awful happens.
I'm here if you need me to take over.
Thank you. You might have to.
Well, let's just get the mozzarella sticks, get out of the inning.
Let's do it. Here's the wine from Atkins, 2-2. It's right there. Strike 3 called, and Moz Sticks in the first inning. Here tonight, a happy return to Peoples Bank Park. It's a 1-2-3, top of the first inning for Mitch Atkins. 2 groundouts and a strikeout. We've played a half inning. It's the Ducks nothing, the Revs coming up.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
The Revolution plays here.
Play ball!
The new Sports Radio 1350.
Here we go. Yep, we're back. Home sweet home. Revs come to bat against lefty Andrew Barbosa, who's only 6'8". That's all.
I heard they got a couple guys taller. No, I did not hear that. He's the tallest. It's got in their game notes. He's the tallest guy on the team. But yeah, he is massive. Wow.
Big unit.
Pretty much.
Jared Mitchell will lead things off. Mitchell on a 12-game hitting streak. It is now the league's longest active. Dotel's 17-gamer ended last night. First pitch from Barbosa is over for a strike. He is not known to line up the radar gun. He's 6'8", but known for a changeup. He is pretty smooth with the delivery, over the top. Looks nice and smooth and easy, and he misses just outside 1-1. I remembered him from a couple years ago. Thought he had all sorts of funky motion, but that must have been somebody else. So I guess I really didn't remember him. There's a ball down and away. 2-1 to Mitchell. He's up to 293. In batting, 3 homers, 11 driven in. The average on the hitting streak has climbed about 75 points. The 2-1, and it's in the dirt and outside.
It's great to see Jared getting hot, and the batting average continues to go up. And you know, I looked at that today. I saw 293. I was like, am I looking at the wrong guy here? But Mitchell just keeps tearing it up. Another multi-hit game last night.
3-1, and it's a little bit high. Ball 4. He's on base, just above the belt, and Mitchell is on to start the night. He was on base 4 times last night. He has now reached base 8 of his last 9 trips to the plate. It was 7 in a row before he was retired in the 9th inning in last night's game.
Exactly what you need out of your leadoff hitter, even if it's not a leadoff situation every time he comes up. But Jared Mitchell has been excellent. Doesn't matter where he's hitting in the inning or if it's leading off the game.
Here's Alexi, who takes up high, 1-0. And Casilla last night had the eventual game-winning hit. Turned on that double down the right field line. Came with 2 outs in the 7th inning. Bats from the right, 1-0, and it misses outside. Barbosa, he was coming home there, but as he began his stride to the plate, he took a little peek at first to see where Mitchell was, see how difficult this lefty might be to run against. 2-0, pitch to Casilla. That's over for a strike. Alexi at 318 coming in, 9th in the league in hitting. And a check over at first. Mitchell back standing. Jared is 8 for 10 in stolen base attempts. Barbosa set with it and delivers, and a swing and a miss. There's that changeup, and he had Casilla trying to tee it up, but spun off a little bit early. 2-2.
It's a pitch that can really keep hitters off balance. It's a pretty slow changeup to the plate, and then it just kind of dives. A heavy changeup.
Now the pitch. Swinging a line drive, base hit to left. That time left it over the middle. Casilla right on it. Beebe to left field. And the Revs with their first 2 runners on tonight. Dotel coming up.
This is exactly what the Revs need from the top of their order, and they've gotten it a ton this year with Mitchell and Casilla hitting back-to-back. That's a recipe for success. Great scoring opportunity right here. The Revs are 13-6 this season when they score first, so doing a great job of scoring early and then holding on to leads. And you can't say enough about what this team has done when they're really clicking offensively.
Trying to strike first tonight. Here's Dotel as the DH assignment, and Barbosa plops a changeup in at 74 for a strike. Dotel at 307, a home run, 15 driven in. Did have the 17-game streak ended last night. He did get on base with a walk late in the game. 2 on for him here, and Barbosa will turn and look Mitchell back. Barbosa, he's got almost like a hair bun under his hat, and it's dyed blonde dreadlocks. Wonder if he's got like a mohawk or a faux hawk as he misses down and away. 1-1.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks like he's probably got that dyed up on the top too in kind of a mohawk type thing.
Now ready. And the pitch to Dotel, driven in the air, straightaway center. Vega turns, going back, deep center field. It's over his glove. One hops the fence. Mitchell around to score. Casilla into third, and Wellington Dotel starts a new streak in the first inning tonight. He blasts an RBI double to the fence in dead center. And the Revs with a 1-0 lead at second and third, still nobody out.
Just a well-struck ball right there. Stayed up the middle with his approach, and he got the center fielder Vega really turned around on that ball. A tough play to make as a center fielder if you don't read that correctly and go back on it right away, because Vega, like I said, ends up getting turned around and can't corral it out there. But Dotel, it's another ball hit hard and to the deep part of the park.
And now Zach Wilson, infield back, 2 in scoring position, and he lays off slightly high. Wilson looking to come through. He was given the night off last night. Mace maybe sensing that that would help him. He's at 245 coming in, 4 home runs. And the 1-0, it's up and away. Barbosa did miss time with shoulder tightness. This is only his 3rd start. He's 1-0, 142 ERA. 6 1/3, 2 runs, 1 earned, and only 2 hits coming in, but 2 already tonight. The 2-0. And a swing and a miss. Wilson, a good cut there. Ducks as a team, 19-17, 4.5 behind Somerset in second. There's the stretch, the 2-1. And a swing and a miss. Got him to reach for the changeup in the dirt. Long Island's long been a really good home team. This year 12-9 at home, 7-8 away from home. Away from the duck pond, as they call it.
I like that.
Barbosa ready, 2-2, and it's down low. Wilson lays off this time.
It's a great eye right there. And you got to figure he's going changeup in that situation, his best pitch. And Wilson lays off, looks it down and away, and didn't even check swing. Great eye.
3-2. He swings, nubs it softly along the first base line. Alexi's going to score. Backhand flip Barbosa, and they got the out at first, but it's an RBI for Wilson on a swinging bunt over along the first base line. Casillas scores 2-0. Dotel to third, and Barbosa could only go to first. A little side-handed flip. First baseman Soul did a good job of switching feet, stepping into foul ground to reach it, and keeping on the bag, but a 2-0 lead now.
Sure, not the result in that AB that Wilson wanted. Second and third, no outs, but he'll take it, get a run in, and now Ducks are bringing the infield in already down 2-0.
Ruby Silva in the 5 spot tonight. All 4 are in. First pitch, breaking ball, swinging a dribbler foul by the Revs dugout. Ruby up to 257 with a home run and 10 driven in. He had the big game in Tuesday's comeback win. 3 for 5, drove in 3, season best. 2 more hits last night, 2 for 4. Pitch is swung on and missed. He waved at that one. Lefties have gotten him to do that some, but in the game Tuesday night, in the 9th inning, his game-winning hit came off a lefty, took it the other way to left field. There's the stretch from Barbosa, the 0-2, and a swing and a fly ball deep right. That'll get it done. Snyder backing up, and he runs it down, walking onto the warning track. Dotel will tag from third and waltzes in to score. And the Revs hang a 3 spot in the first inning tonight. Ruby Silva with the sac fly to deep right field. It's a 3-0 lead.
And what's really impressive about this inning is the Revs have gotten 2 of those runs home without a hit. A little dribbler works, and then a sac fly. That's all Ruby needed to do right there. Hit something to the deep part of really any of the 3 spots in the outfield. Gets the run in, and 3 runs on 2 hits, and they've done it in, what, 5 minutes? Pretty efficient.
Here's Ryan Dent. First pitch is down and away. So Barbosa had gotten ahead of Silva with 2 strikes, but then left a hittable one, and he hit it more than deep enough. Here's a swing and a miss, a changeup, and I don't think it's going to take them long to figure out tonight. They're really going to have to sit back. This is like a tall Jamie Moyer. All these changeups. Here's a pop-up. Right side of the infield. Valdespin from second backs up into shallow right and makes a 2-hand grab. He's got the shades on out there. That'll end the inning. as he tosses it to his former Mets teammate Robert Carson in the Revs bullpen. 3 runs for York, though, on 2 hits, none left. We've played an inning tonight, and it's York 3, Long Island nothing.
We were with you when you were struggling with the challenges of being a young athlete, before the challenges of keeping fit while working 9 to 5, and long before Pilates and Zumba were even a thing.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes outfitted you as a young athlete. When you slipped into a new sport practically every season, you learned a lot, and you grew strong. Now that you're an adult, why stop? Flying Feet has the brands and the styles that will increase your performance no matter how you choose to maintain your fitness. Just like when you were a kid, when you shop Flying Feet, you know you'll walk away with the best fit and natural comfort. Flying Feet stocks fitness shoes and all kinds of fitness gear. So, what do you do these days? Trail walking? Working out on the track, on the street, in the gym? Sign up for exercise classes like Pilates, Zumba, or need shoes for weightlifting? It doesn't matter what you're into, you can always count on Flying Feet. It's the one sportswear specialty store that's truly ageless.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
I'm a chef. Pleasing my patrons' palates is paradise. But lately, when I hear a cheer from the dining room, it's Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Sure, it could be my veggie lasagna, but chances are it's customers picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and you can enjoy it as an appetizer or a main course. Hey, everything tastes better with winning. Keno, it's here. Played at your favorite bar or restaurant.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Now, what a start for the Revs offense coming back home tonight. It is a 3-0 lead, the first 3 all scoring. And Mitch Atkins, who worked the 1-2-3 top of the first, will face cleanup hitter and DH Lou Ford to lead things off. Ford, it seems like he's been with the Ducks forever. 2012, he went from Long Island to the majors with the Orioles that year. That's the last time he was in the show. And the first one from Atkins is outside. He was up with Baltimore a couple of years after Mitch was. There's the 1-0. And a swing and a pop-up foul ground and out of play to the right.
I swear I used to play with Lou Ford in MVP Baseball 2005.
I bet you did.
He's been around that long. He's one of those guys where every time I see the name Lou Ford, I'm like, is it still the same guy? And it always is.
Yeah. He is still at it. He's a player coach. Pitch is taken low, 2-1. He is now 41 years of age. Comes in hitting .277, 3 home runs, 26 ribbies. The 2-1, and that's down low. We've got 2 very well-fed looking pigeons on top of the screen.
Yeah, those are not starving pigeons. Those are some big guys right there.
I would move if I were Joe Dahl down there in the front row. Pitch, swing and a miss. Good fastball in the outside corner. Ford couldn't get to it.
It's got to be pretty cool to be a player coach in professional baseball. I mean, guys do it at certain levels, but doing it in pro ball is pretty cool. It's just so weird to think about.
3-2. And he lines it the other way, foul into the right field corner area.
You know, I have a season of a player coach under my belt. One of my 1 year summer ball, my friend Jake and I, we were both player coaches. He got hurt like 3 games into the season, broke his wrist, got hit on the wrist, or hand or something. So he was then just the coach, but I was player coach. So that was cool.
What were you better at?
Probably playing.
Here's a chopper foul, third base side.
My coach skills weren't fine-tuned then.
Did you get guff from those that you were directing? More playing time?
No, it was just one of those summer teams where, you know, all my friends were just having fun out there, and we really didn't want a coach. We didn't want somebody coming in, and we're just like, this is summer ball. Let's just coach the team ourselves. So
inmates run it.
Yeah.
Pitch to Ford. He yanks one foul, lined into the seats, down the line and left, off an empty seat.
So we took it upon ourselves to coach the team. We're like, we can handle this. We got it. I mean,
Did you win?
We lost in the championship that summer.
Oh.
It was a tough, 2-1, 11-inning game. We lost on a walk-off, infield grounder or something.
Blame the manager?
Nah, they didn't at the time, but I was out in center field.
There's a swing and a pop fly, right field, and Mitchell will trot in under it, walking to a stop, waiting, and puts it away with a one-hand grab. He's got his shades on, too. It's a bright, sun-splashed evening here. One down in the second inning. The Ducks have two of those player coaches. John Brunell is now a pitching coach. He will start on Saturday night. Lou Ford officially listed as their hitting coach. There's David Washington, big, powerful left-hand hitter, 6'5", 240. 6 home runs. They set up in. First one was away, but he swings through it. Foul tip into the mid of Clark. Atkins did keep it down. Got the good result. Washington is tied for third in home runs with Dent and Burgess with 6. 238 average. The 0-1. And he pulls it on the ground, second base, right to Alexi, goes to a knee, sidearms it to first. And Mitch Atkins has retired his first 5 of the night, 2 away.
He's looked great. Not really any hard contact off him. Mixing a strikeout there, got Snyder to end the first. We were a little distracted in the booth at the time, but that's a big punch out, getting a guy like Snyder. But he's rolling right now. To sum up my story about the player coach, it was a lot of fun doing it, and it's something I definitely would do again if I ever get a chance to play in another one of those adult leagues or summer, fall leagues. But really cool experience.
Here's Taylor Ard. He looks at one. It's a strike over the inner half. Ard hitting at 300 with 2 homers, 9 for 30 at the plate in 9 games played. On the 0-1, and that's just inside. Cutter almost ran back. Revs a 3-0 lead here in the top of the second inning. Now Atkins kicks the 1-1, and a swing and a miss. Got hard to reach on a slider.
That was nasty right there. Sweeping across the zone. And not a pitch that if he connects on, he can really do much with it because it was so low and outside. Great pitch right there.
Now with 2 strikes, Spoon will move over the other way in center. Here's the 1-2. And it cut just off the corner away. Ard does not reach out at this time. Command for Atkins has been pretty good here in the early going. Looking to set him down in order again. And he's ready. The wind, the pitch, swing, and he pops him up. Shallow right. Mitchell coming in, hustles in under it. He's there waiting and makes the grab. It's another 1-2-3 inning. So right after the Revs put up 3, Atkins comes out and again goes 1-2-3. We go to the bottom half of the second. It is 3-0 York.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Smart shoppers, you know a good deal when you see one. And Giant's got tons of them. Just keep a lookout for our wow price signs, and you'll be well on your way to smart choices and great everyday savings. Plus, we've got thousands of everyday low prices and bonus buys that'll save you even more. So the signs that you're one smart cookie are all around you.
At Giant, if you're ever fourth in line at checkout, your groceries are free. It's just one of the ways we're making grocery shopping better. My Giant. Available in Pennsylvania stores only. Some restrictions apply.
Buying or selling? The auction houses of Dover and Mount Royal have you covered. From selling full estates to taking consignments on good, clean merchandise. Join us for weekly in-house auctions at Mount Royal. With food served during weekly auctions and 3 certified appraisers on staff, our friendly and courteous team will make the process easy and enjoyable. We offer a great deal on real estate selling at 3% 8% instead of real estate agents' commission rate of 6%. For more information, visit our Facebook page, call us at 717-963-3190, or visit our websites at www.theauctionhouseofdover.com and www.mtroyalauction.com.
This is Jay Gauls. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Spurt Radio 1350, WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Well, so much for all this Andrew Barbosa prep that we did. I was up all night, Michael. All night.
I spent the entire road trip looking up Andrew Barbosa.
I bet. I'm sure you did. And he's done after an inning tonight. Well, he did come back his last outing from some shoulder soreness or shoulder tightness that had kept him out for quite a bit, actually, at the beginning of the season. Left-hander Tyler Honahan is the new pitcher. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts at the end of an inning.
Well, we'll put some of the prep to use coming into the game. Barbosa hadn't allowed any extra base hits this year. That is not true anymore. Dotel with the double, and opponents were hitting .091 against him. I'm sure that's gone up considerably.
Also not true anymore.
Yeah.
He went an inning, 2 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, no strikeouts, 25 pitches. 14 strikes. First 3 reached and scored. He retired the next 3, but the first 2 of those drove in runs. So Cuevas is the first to face Honahan. And the lefty's first pitch. Did it hit him in the feet? It did. Cuevas leaping and trying to protect the ankles and the toes. And on the first pitch, he gets hit. He had no chance to avoid it unless he was able to jump over it. He was not, and he'll head to first base.
Things aren't going well for the Ducks pitchers so far today. Cuevas looks like he's all right there. Just got him in the foot. Sandy's taking care of him now down at first. He's got it. He's in Sandy's hands now.
Oh, thank goodness. Mason Chong came out to be sure that he's good.
How'd everything go on the road trip injury-wise? Mason Chong having to come out a lot, or?
No, fortunately. Yeah, I found out Malky Mesa had some quad soreness the next day. Didn't leave a game or anything. Still nursing him back. Here's Witherspoon. And the first pitch, he almost gets hit. He was showing bunt. He has to jump back. That one in near his ribs. Stay loose. Honahan yanking the ball in on righties his first 2 pitches. The one serious issue we did have was Polo getting hit with a shot off of a pole in the batting cage. Oh man, here's another one in by Witherspoon's feet. And he has to dance out of the way. Honahan motioning to his chest. My bad, I'm trying to figure it out here. I'm afraid to see where the next one goes. There's the throw to first. There, it's not a bad idea. Just trying to get himself back on track.
Well, having to come out of the bullpen, probably pretty cold. I don't know when they made the decision, whether it was right at the end of the inning or close to the start of this next inning to make the change, but that's tough.
There's a called strike. Witherspoon backing up as it was thrown. It still looked like it might have been inside, but Honahan got the call. That was like almost John Kruk in the All-Star game. Just backing away. The 2-1. And a swing and a line drive golf toward the big wall in left field. It is down 1 hop and off of it. And Cuevas on his way to third base. Throw skips away all the way into the plate. Witherspoon's in at second. It's a double. Cuevas almost ran into, I believe, Valdespin, who was in the area. The second baseman over near short. Almost had some interference there, but it got down on the track. 1 hop off the wall, a double for Witherspoon, and it's second and third with no outs.
Another good start to an inning. Spoon, like you said, he golfed that thing. Didn't even hit the monster on the fly, or the arch nemesis. But that's a nice AB for Spoon, who was at the beginning was just trying to make sure he didn't get drilled, and then ends up getting a double out of it.
Now, Tyler Clark will be the hitter. Comes in at 167 with a home run.
Flacco.
Infield halfway with second and third, no outs. Already a 3-0 Revs lead. And Honahan, the pitch. That's inside. Everything's been in. Fortunately, the last 3 have not been magnets to the hitters after the first 3 were.
Big opportunity for Tyler right here.
1-0. That was way in, and Clark shifting back. Stay loose. 2-0.
Tyler's rocking the high socks tonight. Makes him look even skinnier than he is. And I will tell you, I think there is some correlation between the high socks and looking more slim up there.
There's the pitch to him, and that one's right over for a strike.
My brother's rocked the high socks at times, especially this past year. Went to one of his games on one of the off days we had, and I swear he looked like he was 5 pounds skinnier. My mom calls him Flacco too because he's tall and lanky.
Now the 2-1. Backdoor hook and a called strike. Honahan evens things up. Clark is 6'5", 210. And he can run. Trying to drive in 1 or 2 here with a hit. There's the pitch. Breaking ball. He swings. Got a piece. Able to lunge and reach it. Taps a foul. Honahan is making his Long Island debut tonight. Atlantic League debut. Just picked up. I don't know if it was a direct result of Daniel Schlereth being signed. They lost that left-handed reliever to the Mariners system. And now they have right-hander Lee Sosa up in the bullpen. They might use 9 pitchers tonight. Honahan, a local guy from the island. 2-2. Way in. Clark moves back. That was in near his hips. A full count. And it is not very comfortable to stand in right now.
Well, Honahan right now just doesn't have a feel for, I don't know if it's the grip or the footing on the mound, having to come into the game as quickly as he is, but it's not been a great debut inning for him so far.
On the sign from Cabrera, the pitch, breaking ball. Clark just gets a piece, hangs in again.
He's doing a great job staying on these breaking pitches, and even if he's just trying to foul them off, he's doing a great job of it, giving himself a chance to see more pitches.
The highest level Honahan's been at is rookie ball, Gulf Coast League with the Yankees. They might be overthrowing it. He might be too amped up. He deals. Way in, and that hit Clark in the back foot. Cuevas is sprinting home in case it's a wild pitch, but it's not. It hits Clark, the second hit batter of the inning. And the bases are loaded with no outs. Jared Mitchell coming up. Good thing for Mitchell is that Honahan's been yanking it in on righties, which would be a way to him. But first, Kevin Baez is coming to the mound. We'll see if Honahan gets any longer here. Not a good start.
Yeah, tough situation for Baez to have to deal with here. First game of a 4-game series here, and his starter only goes 1 inning, and the reliever he brings in. It's not even that he can't throw strikes; he can't get anywhere near the plate.
Yeah, it's not been close. So a visit from Baez, just trying to settle his youngster down. Honahan is 24 years old. He's from Lake Ronkonkoma, New York, which is on the island. Now here's Mitchell with them loaded. He walked and scored in the first inning against Barbosa. Was done early tonight. First pitch is a breaking ball down and away.
If Mitchell gets anything to hit here, just get that feeling the way this game's gone so far that he's going to find a gap somewhere and really put this thing out of reach early.
12-game hit streak for him, the 1-0. And he locates outside corner for a strike, maybe the best pitch he's thrown yet.
Well located there. Tough for a lefty with a lefty on the mound to have to try to hit a fastball like that. You can't pull that ball. You have to go the other way if you can catch up to it.
There's the 1-1. That missed outside. Try to go there again, but a little bit off.
Mitchell up to 279 against lefties this season, and there was a point in time where he was well under 200 against southpaws.
That's true. That first inning walk, the 8th straight time he's reached against a lefty. Pitch to him, breaking ball. It's down and away. And there's nowhere to put him. 3 balls and a strike. He has reached safely 6 straight times against lefty relievers. Oftentimes brought in to face him, and he wins the matchup. The 3-1 swing, and he bounces a foul over to Casilla on deck. He was looking for one to drive there in the hitter's count. Full count with him loaded and no outs. Revs a 3-0 lead. Both games right now are 3-0 in favor of the home team. New Britain leads Somerset 3-0 in the third. Our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a drive the other way, left field. Washington toward the corner. He will track it down right in front of the wall, but Cuevas tags, and he will stroll home. It's a productive out. Sac fly deep the other way for Mitchell, and right in front of the wall is where it's caught. It's 4-0 York here in the bottom of the second inning.
4 runs driven in by 4 different guys. Three of the runs driven in without a hit. I mean, this is just good baseball right now. And when you get guys on base, you want to bring them home. And right now, 4 runs on 3 hits. Only 1 out in the inning with first and second. I mean, this looks like an inning where there's going to be another 2 or 3 spot up there.
That was the 9th strike thrown by Honahan compared to 10 balls. Here's Casilla, who singled and scored in the first. And the lefty checks, delivers, and misses high with it. 1 ball, no strikes. Ducks as a team have been middle of the pack in pitching, 4th in the league, 3.64 team ERA. Tough situation there tonight. 1-0, and a swing and a pop-up off the end of the bat. Bonifacio at short backs out. Infield fly rule in effect, and he's got it. And that is out number 2. So Honahan trying to find his footing. Dotel will try to do some more damage here with 2 outs.
Well, last time up, Wellington put a great swing on a ball that was just kind of left out in the middle of the zone. Did some damage with it. You mentioned starting a new streak after the hitting streak was snapped last night. I mean, hey, not wasting any time getting back to it. And of course, the hitting streak ends in a game where every other starter in the game gets at least 1.
Yeah. There's the stretch, first pitch. Taking, it's down and in. A little bit different stance from Dotel there. The hand's a little higher. RBI double to deep center in the first inning and scored. On the stretch, the pitch. Inside again, 2-0. Honahan played at Stony Brook University on the island. I believe they are the Sea Wolves. He was a Sea Wolf just like Andres Perez was back in the day. The 2-0. Swing and a line shot, sinking right center. It is going to hang up. Anthony Vega runs it down. And Dotel a little bit jammed on that one. Didn't get quite enough off of it. It looked better than it was when it first left the bat. So kind of an in-between line drive fly out to end the inning, but the Revs do put up 1 more on 1 hit, 2 left. We go to the third. It is 4-0 York.
Since 1934, PSECU has given Pennsylvanians financial opportunities to live a better life. We are a credit union who offers valuable free and low-fee financial products, broad lending options, and outstanding money management for financing life. At PSECU, we are proud of who we are and committed to who we serve because our Pennsylvania roots run deep. We are banking on a difference. Visit PSECU.com to join us. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Equal Opportunity Lender.
The York Revolution Superhero Night is, well, super. It's all happening Saturday, June 9th. An eco-friendly tote bag giveaway presented by York County Solid Waste Authority. High-flying stunt performances by Ex-Pogo. And, of course, your favorite comic book superheroes live and in person. And it's a Saturday at People's Bank Park. That means post-game inside the park fireworks presented by Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment. Superhero Night, Saturday, June 9th. Tickets at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Smith, Mayer & Little is a holistic wealth management group with one product, advice. We aim to simplify our clients' lives, help them retire comfortably, and build lasting legacies for their families and the causes they care about. Our purpose is simple, to make a meaningful difference in the lives of our clients, our community, and the world in which we live with the advice we provide. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. We make our living by making a difference. Visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Nothing. Revs lead. We head to the third inning tonight. Did find out that it was indeed shoulder tightness that resulted in Barbosa being lifted again. We certainly hope that everything goes okay with him. Never want to see anybody leave the game hurt. Mitch Atkins 6 up, 6 down. Ramon Cabrera will lead off the home third for the Ducks. Switch hitting catcher comes in hitting at .310. They had Wilkin Castillo, their starting catcher to begin the year, get signed. First pitch to Cabrera is up high. He's playing in his 16th game tonight. .310 average, no homers, 3 driven in. Atkins had to fight it his last time out at Sugarland. He's looking to bounce back tonight. 1-0 and a swing and a pop-up. Dent from short will move back. Backpedaling in shallow left center, but has it all the way. And he squeezes for out number 1.
Again, Mitch making a pitch to get the leadoff man out with either a soft contact in the air or on the ground. He's done a great job. He's gone ground out, fly out, pop up for the leadoff man in the first 3 innings, and he's working with a good tempo out there.
Here's Vega, who recently came back for another stint. First pitch is a called strike, outside corner. Vega 2 for 15. This is his 7th game played. Atkins on Saturday at Sugarland, the 0-1, and a pop-up again. Cuevas and Clark approaching the net. Tyler hustling there, but out of room, lands a couple of rows in. Over to the left of home plate. Atkins charged with 5 runs Saturday in 5 2/3. 4 were in, actually 5, all 5 were in 1 inning. He did strike out 7 though. And the start before that, 6 innings, 2 runs on just 3 hits against the Road Warriors and no decision though. Lead got away late. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball gets him on 3 pitches. And Atkins with his 2nd K of the night. 8 up, 8 down.
That's good to see Mitch has the strikeout pitch work, and it took a few starts into the season for him to get going with it, but the strikeout numbers have been there. The strikeout to walk ratio has been excellent. Even though he got roughed up a little bit in his last outing, 7 Ks and no walks. When I saw that on the scorecard, I was like, wow.
Here is Soleil. He swings, lines the first one over Casilla at second and into right center, a base hit. So there is the first base runner of the night.
There goes the perfecto.
The lefty jumps on the first one and lines a single to right center. And we'll go to the top of the order in Valdez speed. The one thing about that last strikeout, Michael, Atkins didn't mess around, didn't try to get him to chase. He went right at him.
Sure.
He's been very efficient tonight.
And he's been good at mixing pitches and at-bats. Sometimes he'll go to the breaking stuff, try to get guys to chase, but like you mentioned, going right at a guy, going with the fastball, say, here's my pitch, come and hit it.
Here's Valdespin at the top. He takes down low. Revs a 4-0 lead here in the third inning. And Atkins trying to make sure that one of the league's top hitters doesn't turn that 2-out single into something more. Valdespin has been hot. 1-0. He swings, lines it, center field, another base hit. And Soleil will round second, head to third. Spoon the throw will bounce to the shortstop, Dent, who cuts it. First and third with 2 outs on back-to-back singles. And Valdespin stays hot, hitting in the 340s, 4th in the league coming in tonight.
Now it goes back to just getting that third out, limiting the damage, keeping those guys where they are. Right now you got to go after a tough hitter in Bonifacio. And don't have to worry about too much about that guy on third with 2 outs. I mean, you just got to go out there and get the batter. You're working with a 4-run lead is Atkins, so he's got that cushion in the back of his mind.
Bonifacio ground out to first base his first time up. And Atkins ready. A move to first, or a Valdespin rather, is back standing. He does have 7 steals in 9 attempts. Now the stretch. And the first pitch, it is a called strike up around the belt or slightly higher. Bonifacio, 11 years in the majors. Most recently, the Braves the last 2 years. Diamondbacks, Nats, Marlins, Jays, Royals, Cubs, Braves, and White Sox. There's the 0-1 breaking ball, and it's in there at the top of the zone, strike 2. I wonder which team's travel bag he uses. It's so fun when we go to the airport, you see like 30 different travel bags. All the different teams. Wonder which one. I mean, he's got almost half the big leagues to choose from.
And it is cool to see guys on the road trips see all the different team bags where they've been.
0-2. That's up high off the glove of Clark. It deflects to the backstop, and Soleil is in to score. And it's a 4-1 game. Valdespin goes to second on it. They will charge Clark with a pass ball. It was high and out of the zone, but I'm sure he'll be the first to tell you that he expects to catch it. So unearned for the moment.
And that hurts right there. Clark, guy who's so short-handed behind the dish. And with 2 outs, you trust Mitch to make a couple pitches here, get Bonifacio out without any runs coming in. So that's a tough one right there.
Pitch to him, that's a little low, a cutter, 2-2.
Going back to the point about the bags on road trips and what guys use, it seems like most use the team they've been with most recently, not necessarily the team they've been with the longest or started with. A guy like Ross Detweiler, for example, was using an A's bag when he was here. And
yeah.
Spent 7 years with Washington, but his most recent major league club he was with was Oakland, using one of their bags.
Atkins the pitch, swing and a miss, a changeup in and out of the glove of Clark, but Bonifacio is walking away. Tag applied, 3rd strikeout, that ends the inning. But the Ducks do put up an unearned run on 2 hits, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, York 4, Long Island 1.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
This is Luke Westfall. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
On the board, but it's a 4-1 Revs lead. Bottom half of the third inning, Zach Wilson will lead things off. Darrell Henry along with Michael Mark Antonini tonight. Honahan stays in, trying to right himself. First pitch to Wilson, tails outside, a changeup, and that's maybe the first time he's been anywhere near that side of the plate tonight. Wilson, an RBI ground out in the first inning. Pitch, that's inside, another changeup. 2-0. Wilson, Silva, and Dent. Honahan, who came in for Barbosa, who only lasted an inning, left with shoulder tightness. Pitch, that's inside, ball 3. And Honahan was very wild in on righties initially. The first 3 reached. But then he got the next 3 outs, even though one of those brought home a run. Mitchell's sac fly. He deals way in and low, and the same problem plaguing him to start this inning. Wilson takes ball 4.
And another great start there. Take what's given, take the base. Now the Revs, middle of the order up right now, a chance to tack onto this lead.
Here's Ruby, who drove a sac fly to deep right in the first inning. Revs with sac fly each inning. They had the first 3 reach in the first. All 3 scored. Pitch to Silva. Swings and chops one to second. Valdespin comes up. Gloves, flips, and Bonifacio will hold it. They get the lead out on that slow bouncer. Fielder's choice at second, 1 down. The first 3 all reached in the first. They all scored. The first 3 all reached in the second. Only 1 scored, but leadoff man on again this inning. And now with 1 out, Ryan Dent will come to the plate. Silva takes Wilson's spot at first base. 4-1 York. Dent a pop-up his first time. Honahan deals up and in. Dent twists away from that. Honahan, the last 2 seasons spent at the rookie level in the Yankees system after his college career at Stony Brook. It was the 1-0, down and in again.
Dent's raked this year against left-handed pitching, .333 in 14 games. 3 of his 6 homers have come against lefties. Revs just looking to tack on here. Scored in each of the first 2, and why not extend it?
Move to first, and back standing is Silva. First meeting between these teams since September 29th. Revs finished a sweep in the championship series. Honahan kick steals. That's up and in. And again, Dent has to spin off.
You got to think that's still in the back of some of these Ducks' minds, the ones that were here last season. Coming in their first time in this park since then.
All set, 3-0. And he left it high, ball 4. Second walk of the inning. And a chance with 2 on for Jose Cuevas. The Ducks have been one of the perennial powers year after year contenders, and here comes Kevin Baez. But they've made the championship series each of the last 2 years. They've been frustrated both times, swept both times. Sugarland 2 years ago, York last season. They did win back-to-back titles in 2012 and 13. They've got 3 championships, tied with York for second behind Somerset. And that'll be it for Hanahan. They had the righty Lee Sosa up last inning, and they'll go to him here. Revs will look to add to the lead. They're up 4-1. Cuevas will bat with 2 on and 1 out when we come back.
Tired of hearing that music? Especially when you already have that same ice cream in your freezer. Try something new and amazing with Tropical Shaved Ice. On Monday morning after the big company event, do you want the buzz down the hall to be, how awesome was this year's company picnic? Then crush boredom and bring on Kona Ice with over 32,000 flavor combinations. This is not your typical lackluster snow cone. Their flavors are bold and delicious. Fuzzy Navel, Margarita, Blue Hawaiian. Kona Ice is dairy-free, gluten-free, and they even offer flavors that are sugar and dye-free. No party is too big or too small. They can serve up to 1,000 people per hour. They have party packages starting as low as $100. To add more excitement to your next event, find them online.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, a family tradition since 1946.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Revs a 4-1 lead, looking to add to it. Lights are coming on here at Peoples Bank Park. New pitcher is righty Lee Sosa. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Third pitcher used in the first 3 innings. This will be his second outing with Long Island. 1 inning, 1 unearned run. 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. That's what he's done so far. You've been in the Can-Am League with the New Jersey Jackals the last 2 years after 4 seasons in the A's system, peaking at the single-A level. Ducks have had a good bit of roster turnover early in the year, and the second outing for Sosa, who was signed 5 days ago, same day as Hanahan. So here's Cuevas, the first to face him, with first and second, 1 out, 4-1 the lead. First pitch is over for a strike. I got to be honest, Hanahan, the Revs were getting base runners on him. They're probably happy to see him go, though.
Yeah.
The right-hand hitters couldn't be comfortable.
No. Spoon was almost out of the box when he was hitting.
And he just couldn't find the release consistently. 0-1, and a swing and a miss. A little cutter or slider. Silva was dancing from second, making it look like he might go there. Sosa 6'2", 215. And having played with the New Jersey Jackals, he is somewhat local to that area and Long Island. He lives in the Bronx. I guess he's very local, actually, not somewhat. He's ready, deals, and it's in the dirt outside. Cabrera slides over to block it. 1-2. Revs winners of back-to-back games, which followed 3 straight losses. That followed 3 straight wins and 6 of the previous 7. Sosa the stretch. Silva getting itchy again at second, and Sosa will turn and look him back. Revs have 3 hits, 2 hit batters, and 3 walks here in the first 3 innings. 8 total base runners. 4-1 the lead. 1-2. Swing and a foul back over the roof. A high fastball, but Cuevas able to protect. Had an RBI double, a bullet off the wall last night. 2 hits the night before that. Offense struggled through the first 4 games of the road trip, but 10 hits in Tuesday's win. 12 last night. Pitch, breaking ball, swinging a foul tip into the glove. A slider from Sosa gets Cuevas on the strikeout. Cabrera hangs on to it. 2 down in the inning, and Witherspoon coming up.
A couple tough pitches in that bat to Jose. Sliders breaking really far away, tough to hit. That's the first time the Rev has struck out tonight. Took till the second out of the 3rd inning to get there. Pretty good night. Guys putting the ball in play.
Now here's Spoon trying to make it happen with 2 outs. First pitch is down and away. He doubled last inning, which helped set up last inning's run he was left on, but they added 1 last inning, up 4-1 here in the bottom of the 3rd. Silva at second, Dent at first. They take their leads, and the 1-0, that's upstairs. Revs scored 5 each of the last 2 nights, 5-4 and 5-3 wins. Atkins standing with his right hand against the top of the dugout, stretching. Towel over his left shoulder. Pitch to Spoon, a slider. It's a called strike, 2-1. A lot of sliders from Sosa, 2-0 there, and he threw it on that pitch.
Why throw anything else against these right-handed hitters? It seems to be his best pitch that he can go with against righties, and you can't pull that ball. You really have to try to go the other way with it.
And a swing and a miss here, a slider down out of the zone. So he comes back to even it. Looking to escape after Honahan had walked 2. Leans in, looks, he's got his sign, straightens up. The 2-2 in tight, and Witherspoon has to jump back. 89 on that fastball. And while it doesn't light up the radar gun, all those sliders, you start to dive a little bit looking for it as a right-hand hitter. And then that one's straight and in near your thighs.
Man, Spoon has had a tough time up there with guys coming inside on him, almost getting hit.
Here's the 3-2, runners go. It's outside, a slider, and Witherspoon works the walk. So Sosa trying to sequence him there on the last 2 pitches, but missed with both. And that'll load the bases on 3 walks in the inning. And Tyler Clark will look to take advantage.
You got to get at least one of them in. I mean, the Revs squandered a big opportunity in the second to put this thing away early, only getting 1 run in an inning where they had the bases loaded. I mean, to get 1 was, that's something there. They at least got 1 across, but you got to get something out of this inning with 3 walks.
And here is the first pitch. Down and away. Cutter ran right out of the zone. Even last night, the 5-3 win, they had 3 instances where they had a runner in scoring position, no outs, and did not score. Here's the 1-0. Way high. And Clark now with the count squarely in his favor. Sosa's got nowhere to put him. 2-0 with the bases loaded. As the righty takes a walk behind the mound, trying to regroup. Clark batting right on right, staying with the right hand hitting approach. The 2-0, and it's a cutter. Caught the corner, a called strike.
That was questionable right there. I mean, it wasn't too far off the plate, but it was I thought it was a ball, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it caught DeBrouwer's corner.
I mean, the zone's been pretty solid tonight. I won't nitpick on one pitch.
Here's a swing and a miss. Fastball up. That might have been the one to hit. 2-2.
Yeah, 89 up in the zone. Something you want to try to drive. And Clark just a tad late. They're really playing him off the line and left. The Washington is in that left center gap almost.
2-2. And it misses outside. Good eye. That was close. Yeah, they are not playing him the other way, but Washington really is trying to close the gap. So now a full count with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Runners can get some leeway. Sosa's got no room for error. 4-1 York. The stretch. The 3-2 swing, and he floats one behind first. Shallow right, and it is run down by Travis Snyder. Had enough hang time on the blue pop-up near the line. And the Revs leave the bases loaded, and the Ducks stay within striking distance. No runs, no hits, 3 men left, all on walks. We go to the 4th. Michael with the play-by-play, the Revs with a 4-1 lead.
Brimmer has been York's license and notary specialist since 1969. An approved online messenger for PennDOT, it offers registration and driver's license renewals, online title transfers, money orders, and notary service, all with a friendly staff that guarantees your satisfaction. For more information on Brimmer's convenient hours and fast service, call 717-699-1060 in York or visit them on the web at brimmers.com. Brimmer Fast Licensing and Notary Service with 4 convenient locations in York and Lancaster.
Shipley Energy is more than just an energy company. We're a family tradition. Our goal is to provide outstanding customer service and to make energy easy for you. From heating oil and propane to natural gas and electricity, our team can help. We also offer HVAC services, installation, maintenance, and service plans to keep your home safe and comfortable. In addition, our team can improve the quality of water in your home. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-5-SHIPLEY. We make energy easy.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
This is Paul Fletcher. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Top of inning number 4, Revs lead the Ducks 4-1 in game 1 of this 4-game series. Thursday through Sunday here at Peoples Bank Park. First series meeting of the season between these two clubs. The Revs on top early. 3 runs in the first, 1 in the second. Revs left the bases loaded in the bottom of the 3rd. A single run in the game for the Ducks. They got that run in the 3rd. Mitch Atkins back out to pitch the 4th with his team up 4-1. He'll face Travis Snyder to start things off. Snyder in the 3-hole tonight. First pitch to Travis. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. 86 miles an hour from Atkins. It's Snyder, then Lou Ford, then David Washington, 3-4-5. Snyder comes in hitting .243, 3 home runs, driven in 23. Solid season for him, the 0-1. Chopped out to Wilson at first, eats him up a bit. He makes the play, though, throwing to Atkins and covering the bag, and there's 1 out. Wilson knocked it down into foul territory, then flipped to Mitch covering, 3-1 on the putout. That's the 3rd 3-1 putout tonight. First 2 outs of the game were recorded that way. 1 down in the top of the 4th. Here's designated hitter / hitting coach Lou Ford. Talked about it earlier in the game. One of 2 player coaches on this Ducks team. John Brownell the other. He's the pitching coach and a starter for this Ducks squad. So Ford digs in the right-handed batter's box. First pitch to him is a fastball inside. It catches the corner for a strike, 0-1. Revs up 4-1, top of the 4th. 4 runs on 3 hits, no errors. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors for the Ducks. Revs have left 5 men on base the past 2 innings. The 0-1 from Atkins. Breaking ball that missed low and outside. Clark will ask for a new baseball. He gets it and chucks it to his pitcher, Atkins. Right-handed hitting Ford stepping back into the box. 1 out, no one on. 1-1 count on Ford. Atkins comes to the plate. The pitch. Fly ball right center field and deep. Spoon back on it at the track. Still going back. He makes the grab and slams into the right center field wall. A thud into that wall, but it is out number 2. The ball that kept carrying out there. Jared Mitchell's going to ask Spoon if he's all right. Looks like he's good out there. Well, that's just a long out right there, but it does go in the scorebook indeed as an out. Off the bat, I'm thinking medium right center. Spoon kept drifting, caught it on the track, and then a step shy of the fence. Momentum took him into the wall. Wind is blowing a little bit, but not heavily. Ball did carry a little bit there. Now David Washington takes a strike, lower outer corner. It's 0-1. 2 down, no one on. Revs up 4-1 here in the top of the 4th. Mitch Atkins has allowed just 2 hits. The 1 run scored on a pass ball. That came with 2 outs last inning. Mitch is 0-1. Shot into right field. That's down for a base hit. Blooper in front of Jared Mitchell, and David Washington has himself a base knock. He's now 1 for 2 on the night. Another ball hit softly, but that one will get down. Washington, who's had an excellent season. The batting average low, but up there towards the top of the league in homers. He's got 6. He's a 2-out base runner for Taylor Ard, the 3rd baseman. This is Ard's 10th game of the season, hitting .300 through his first 9. He'll have a chance with a man on. Revs holding a 3-run lead. Mitch Atkins hoping to keep it that way through 4. Mitch to the plate out of the stretch. Gets a curveball in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to count. Washington's base hit gave the Ducks 3 on the night. Both teams with 3 hits now. All singles for the Ducks. The Revs have 2 doubles. There's a pitch from Atkins that misses, and I believe time was called. They're going to say Atkins balked. The home plate umpire, Brian DeBrouwer, said that pitch did not count, and he pointed towards second, so Washington to second after the balk by Atkins. He was talking things over with DeBrouwer, asking why that call was made. So no pitch there. Count remains 0-1, so Washington moves up to second. Now a man in scoring position with 2 down. 0-1 the count on the right-handed hitting Ard. Revs lead at 4-1, top of the 4th. Witherspoon in center, shading towards right center with the wind blowing out that way. Everybody else pretty much straight away. Now this one's sent out to deep right center. Spoon going back. He's camped under it at the wall, at the track. He makes the grab shy of the wall, and the inning is over. Had him played perfectly as if he knew, and that will do it. No runs in the inning, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left for the Ducks. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Revs holding a 3-run lead. It's 4-1 Revs after 3.5. Stick with us on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Have you heard? Royal Farms has gotten the national culinary recognition it deserves. Yeah, in Food and Wine magazine's article, 10 gas station foods across the country that are worth the detour, they put Royal Farms' world-famous chicken at the top of the list. Well, we've always known that Royal Farms has the best fried chicken, but now the whole world knows. So hurry into a Royal Farms to pick up some of their nationally recognized world-famous chicken before the world beats a path to their door. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast.
If you own a tractor-trailer business, then you know the cost of having your rig down instead of on the road. Rivers Truck Center in Red Lion keeps your trucks on the road by providing a one-stop shop for all your trucking needs. Rivers handles full-service truck sales and carries a full line of parts for all makes and models, has their own full-service collision center, and provides 24-hour emergency towing and roadside assistance. Check out riverstruck.com for more info. There's a reason Rivers Truck Center has been in business for over 40 years. They really do care.
It is easy being green. In York County, trash is safely managed at a waste-to-energy facility where it is used as fuel to produce electricity. The electricity generated from trash is enough to power 20,000 homes. That's enough to light the entire city of York. Learn more at www.ycswa.com. Garbage is power.
This is Ryan Dent. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the fourth inning, 4-1 Revs here at Peoples Bank Park. Game one of a 4-game series. Only a 4-game homestand just this series with Long Island. The Revs just came off a 6-game road trip, 3 in Sugar Land, 3 in New Britain. We'll head out for another 7-game road trip. 3 in Somerset, then 4 in Southern Maryland after this. But for the time being, we'll play a few at Peoples Bank Park, game one of this 4-game series. The Revs off to a good start in this first game. Ducks already on their third pitcher of the night. Andrew Barbosa went just 1 inning, gave up 3 runs. Tyler Honahan went an inning and a third, gave up a run himself. And here is Lee Sosa back out for his first full inning of work, and Jared Mitchell swings at the first pitch and chops one foul past the first baseman Soleil. 0-1 on Mitchell. Mitchell, Casilla, Dotel, 1-2-3 for the Revs. Lee Sosa got the final 2 outs of the third inning. Stranded the bases loaded. Got Tyler Clark to fly out to right to end the frame. The Revs back to the top. Mitchell, no official at-bats tonight. That one's high and outside, 1-1. Walked and scored a run in the first, then drove in a run with a sac fly in the second. Mitchell now 12 RBI on the season. And the 1-1 to Jared, low and inside, 2-1. Mitchell's been on a tear over the Revs' last 10 games, hitting .417 in that span. He's scored 10 runs in that stretch, up to .293 on the season. Now the 2-1 from Sosa, that misses down. Counts 3-1 on Jared. Mitch continues to provide a spark offensively for these Revs, whether it's leading off a game or just an inning itself. He's been excellent in that leadoff role this year. Now the 3-1 pitch, driven out to right field and hooking. This one has a chance, and that ball's off the top of the wall. Mitchell around first, a huge turn, and he'll stop in his tracks. Travis Snyder a bullet into second to hold Mitchell to a long single. That ball was struck well. It just sunk pretty quickly, and it still had a chance once it started sinking, but right off the top of that wall in right field. Not nearly as high as the arch nemesis in left, but the wall in right field is the next highest wall in this stadium. I guess the batter's eye and center a little bit higher, but not easy to get one over that right field wall. Mitchell was almost halfway to second when he stopped in his tracks because Snyder played it well off the wall and got the ball in quickly. So a long single for Mitchell, and here's Casilla with no outs and a man on first. Casilla checks his swing, drops his bat doing it. An appeal, no swing, says the first base umpire James Clayton. Actually, that was the third base umpire Mike Williams. 3-man umpiring crews here in the Atlantic League. The third base umpire Williams right now out towards second base. The 1-0, Mitchell bluffs a steal, and that one shot into the Revs bullpen on one hop. Somebody ended up the ball landing in their lap right there. Not sure who that is. Somebody with a hoodie on down in the Revs pen got a souvenir. 1-1 the count on Casilla. Batting from the left side against the right-handed throwing Sosa. Revs up 4-1 here, bottom 4. 4 runs on 4 hits in the game. Mitchell leads off first. Short lead for him. And the pitch to Casilla. Fouled off, fly ball down the third base side onto the concourse area. 1-2 the count on Alexi. Revs looking to extend this lead. They scored in each of the first 2 frames, 3 in the first, 1 in the second. Ducks got their run in the third. Sosa bends at the knees, takes the sign from his catcher, Cabrera. Now the pitch, high and outside for a ball, 2-2. Alexi hitting .333 Well, he was hitting .333 this season coming in against lefties. He's now facing a righty for the first time tonight. Not too bad against righties either. .315 in 24 games against righties. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Alexi. He's had the power stroke working recently. Mitchell takes off for second. The pitch is low. Throw down to second. Not in time. Mitchell safe at second. Now 9 for 11 in stolen bases this season, and he's in scoring position with no outs. Pitch was a curveball. It missed out of the zone. The count goes to 3-2. It was a great throw down to second by Cabrera, who was pretty quick with the transfer as well, but Mitchell just beat it. So Jared's on second base. Casilla with the count full on him. Sosa peers in, takes the sign from Cabrera. A look at second, decent lead for Mitchell. Now the bigger secondary. The pitch to the plate misses outside, ball 4. Yet another walk for this Ducks pitching staff. 4 walks now in the contest. Make that 5 actually. The Revs continue to find ways on base. Barbosa walked a batter. Hanahan walked 2 and also hit 2. And Sosa has now walked 2. 5 walks and 2 hit by pitches. Revs have been on base 7 times without getting a hit. 7 times safely, too. 4-1 Revs, bottom 4. Wellington Dotel up with runners at first and second and no outs. Double steal attempt here. Throw down to second, not in time. Jared Mitchell picks up his second steal of the inning, and Alexi Casilla gets one as well. Now runners at second and third for the Revs with no outs. Revs have been aggressive on the base paths in the inning, and for Jared Mitchell, he's now 10 for 12 on the season in stolen base attempts, and give him 60 in his Revs career, which puts him in sole possession of third place in the all-time Revs stolen base record. Travis Witherspoon, who was tied with him, falls to 4th place. Now the infield comes in for the Ducks with no outs. The 0-1 to Dotel. Swing, and that one's off the hands out to right field. Snyder under it. Mitchell tags. He's coming to the plate. Here's the throw home. It's cut off. Throw goes to third. Not in time. Casilla holds the bag. And the Revs add another run on the sac fly from Wellington Dotel. Another RBI for Wellington, and it's now a 5-1 lead for the Revs. Mitchell comes in to score his second run of the night. Now Casilla at third base, still only 1 out in the inning, and the Ducks will keep the infield in. Third sac fly of the ball game for the Revs. Mitchell has 1, Silva has 1, and now Dotel has 1. Now Zach Wilson comes to bat. The man on third and 1 down. Infield remains in all the way around. Sosa's pitch to the plate. Wilson swings and misses at a changeup, 0-1. Another eventful inning for the Revs. They lead it 5-1. They've scored in 3 of the 4 frames so far. Sosa looks at third, to the plate now. He misses low, 1-1. Sosa upset with himself right there. Visibly upset on the mound. Casilla at third base. He walked in the inning. Got to third on the sac fly from Mitchell. 1-1 the count, 1 down in the inning. Here's the pitch to Wilson. High and tight. Wilson ducks out of the way. It's 2-1. 4-run advantage for the Revs. They lead it 5-1 in the 4th. Revs haven't played a home game since last Wednesday. They were rained out last Thursday, then a 6-game road trip. Now back home. Here's the 2-1 to Wilson. Big swing and another big miss. 2-2. Four different Revs have RBIs tonight. Dotel has 2. Two and 2 to Wilson. Here's the pitch. Hard chopper foul down the third base line into the bullpen of the Ducks. Count remains 2-2. Revs left 2 on in the second. They left the bases loaded in the third, but trying not to leave any more runners on. They already have one in the fourth. Another man out at third base with one out. Here's the 2-2 to Wilson. Shot over the drawn-in infield. That's into left field. Off the glove of Bonifacio, a single. Casilla comes in to score. Make it 6-1 Revs. 2 runs here in the inning. Their second multi-run inning. That has to feel good for Zach Wilson. Picks up RBI number 15 on the season. Wilson had been slumping coming in. The average was down to 245. He had been hitting only 188 over the team's last 10 games. He plates a run. Casilla, who walked in the inning, comes around to score, and those walks will kill you. 6-1 Revs, bottom 4. Ruby Silva comes to the dish. He's 0 for 1. Has a sac fly and an RBI on the night. Drove in a run in that 3-run first. He swings at the first pitch, sends one foul out of play the other way. It's Wilson on first after the RBI single. The drawn-in infield almost worked for the Ducks. Wilson, a sinking liner in the 5.5 hole that tipped off the glove of a lunging Bonifacio, got into left. Just out of his reach. The 0-1 to Silva, high and away. It's 1-1. Revs lead at 6-1 over the Ducks, game 1 of this 4-game series. These two teams have been on similar paths this season. Revs 18-15, Long Island 19-17. Now Silva dumps one out to left field. That's foul into the seats. Both teams have been inconsistent at times. The Revs have been the definition of inconsistent. Also the definition of a streaky team. You can say the same about Long Island. They lost their first game of the season, then won 3 in a row. They won 4 out of 6 at one point in mid-May, and they've won 4 of their last 5. Swing and a miss from Silva there, ball in the dirt. So Silva will go down on strikes for out number 2. Can't go anywhere. First base is occupied. Silva, strikeout victim. Only the second time tonight that a Rev has struck out. The Revs, a team that strikes out a ton. It's not been the case tonight. Here's Ryan Dent, 0 for 1 with a walk. He comes in hitting .250 on the year, 6 home runs, 11 RBI. Hitting just .200 over his last 6. 2 outs and a man on first, that's Wilson. Sosa comes to the plate out of the stretch. There's a fastball in there for a strike. 0-1 the count on the Revs shortstop. Ryan banged up, missed the entire series with Sugarland after fielding a ground ball and one that hit his throwing hand in what turned out to be the final game of the series against the Blue Crabs. Revs and Crabs only played 2 games in that 3-game series. They were rained out the last game. Dent back in the lineup though. The 0-2 misses away. It skips away from Cabrera, but he gets to it in time before Wilson could get to second. So Wilson retreats to first. Dent did not play in any of the 3 games in Sugarland, played in all 3 in New Britain. Did not fare so well offensively, but just the fact that he's back in the lineup is key. 1-2 the count on Dent with 2 down, man on first. 6-1 lead for the Revs, bottom 4. Sosa set, comes to the plate, swing and a miss on a tight slider, and the inning is over. Dent slams his bat, there goes the helmet. But the Revs do get 2 in the inning. Jared Mitchell comes in to score on Dotel's sac fly, and Zach Wilson brings home Alexi Casilla with a single. And it's 6-1 Revs after 4. We'll head to the top of the 5th next here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I'm spending that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32 grand. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Does your wealth advisor know how you take your coffee? At Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group, we genuinely get to know our clients, from their interests, goals, and dreams, right down to how they like their coffee. By understanding our clients on a personal level, we help them make wise financial decisions. In us, you will find a trusted confidant dedicated to your financial success. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
This is Chang Choi, athletic trainer of the York Revolution. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Here at Peoples Bank Park, Michael Marcantonini with you on the broadcast. Top of the fifth inning, Revs lead the Long Island Ducks 6-1. Mitch Atkins back out for another frame. He's been excellent through 4 solid innings. He's given up just 1 unearned run. It came on a pass ball with 2 outs in the 3rd inning. Other than that, Mitch has been nearly flawless. He's scattered just 3 hits. And his first pitch of the 5th is a ball outside, 1-0 to Ramon Cabrera, catcher for this Ducks squad, hitting .310 with 3 RBI this year. 7-8-9 for the Ducks. Cabrera, Vega, and Soleil. Here's the 1-0 from Mitch. That one misses outside, almost the same spot, 2-0. Good start to this 4-game series for the Revs. They have 3 runs in the first, 1 in the second, added 2 more in the fourth. 3 of the runs have come in on sac flies tonight. 4 different Revs have an RBI. Make that 5, and now a single up the middle for Cabrera. It is 5 different ones with an... No, it is 4. I had it right. So sending one up the middle there was Ramon Cabrera. His first hit of the night. He's 1 for 2. That brings up Anthony Vega, the center fielder. Struggling this year. He's only played in 6 games coming in. 133 average in those 6. Left-handed hitter steps into the batter's box. Struck out swinging his only time up today. Atkins with 3 punch-outs on the evening. Swing and a miss there, high and away. The pitch that Vega chased, it's 0-1. Man on first, no outs. Cabrera there after singling up the middle. Great night for a ball game here in York. 75 degrees and sunny when we started play tonight. Cooled down a bit since. Atkins to the plate. Fastball misses high. Clark wanted it high, but not that high. 1-0. Six to 1 Revs. Top of the 5th inning. More bullpen action for the Ducks. They've already used 3 pitchers today. Another guy up. Fastball from Atkins misses outside. It's 2-0. Jake Dunning, right-hander, is warming up in that Ducks pen. No action in the bullpen for the Revs. Mitch Atkins cruising so far tonight. He's allowed just the 1 run through 4 1/3. 4+, excuse me. Here's the 2-1. That one's in there for a strike. Lower half of the zone. Another fastball from Mitch. 89 on the gun. Evens the count up at 2. Cabrera short lead off first, with no outs. Vega at the dish. Atkins looking to get the first, maybe even the first 2 outs of the inning. It's a breaking ball that misses low. Revs have not turned a double play tonight, but they have turned plenty this season. 38 of them to be exact. 28 of them ground ball double plays. Atkins working out of the stretch, something he hasn't had to do a lot of tonight. Comes set, and the pitch. Chop foul. Clark set up outside. The pitch was more in. And we'll do the full count pitch again. 6 to 1 Revs, top of the 5th. Mitch Atkins is looking to work through this 5th inning and qualify for the win. Has not won a game this season. Came in with an 0-3 record, 7.09 ERA, but That's down to 6.32 after the performance he's put up tonight. 3-2 pitch on the inside corner for strike 3. Another punch out for Mitch, make it 4 on the night. Vega was getting ready to toss his bat over towards the dugout and head down to first. But the home plate umpire, Brian DeBrouwer, rings him up, and that's a big out, number 1 here in the 5th. Tough night for Vega, 0 for 2 with a pair of Ks. Now Alex Soleil will get a chance, the 9-hitter playing first base. Rocks the high socks as he steps into the left-handed batter's box. Atkins looks at first, now comes to the plate. There's looked like a change-up there, and it was 79 miles an hour. 1-0 the count. Man on first, that's Cabrera, 1 down in the inning. Revs holding a 6-1 advantage over the Ducks. First series meeting between the clubs this season. Atkins to the plate again. The 1-0 misses outside. Darryl mentioned it earlier, but the last time these two teams met was here at Peoples Bank Park last September 29th, when the Revs swept the Ducks to clinch their 3rd ever Atlantic League championship. Swing and a miss there. Counts 2-1. So for the Revs, good memories of the last time they saw the Ducks here. The Ducks, not so much from the last time they were here. Revs do have bullpen action now as Robert Carson gets loose. Here's Mitch's 2-1. Fastball outer half. There's his strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out in the inning, man on first. Double play depth up the middle for Dent and Casilla at short and second, respectively. Cuevas, the third baseman, about a body length and a half off the third base line. Wilson, the first baseman, holding on Cabrera. Mitchell and Silva straight away in the outfield. Spoon shading towards right center as that pitch from Atkins misses outside, and the count runs full. We'll see if they put Cabrera in motion with a full count and 1 down. Revs up by 5, 6-1 in the top of the 5th. The payoff pitch from Mitch. Hard hit shot into right field, a base hit. Mitchell gets that one into Casilla. It's 1st and 2nd for the Ducks here in the 5th. Ducks on the pond, I guess you can say. 1st and 2nd. Cabrera reached on a single earlier in the inning. He's now at 2nd. Soleil at 1st after the knock. He's 2 for 2 with a run scored, so a nice evening for Soleil so far. Now back to the top of the order for Jordany Valdespin. Most notably in his career, a couple different stints with the Mets as a utility player. Known for his pop off the bench with the Mets, time he was there. The first pitch Valdespin sees as a strike, a breaking ball from Atkins. Valdespin was the co-Atlantic League player of the month for April and May combined. Season started in late April, so they combine April and May for the player and pitcher and rookie of the month. Atkins looks at second, now to the plate. In on the hands of Valdespin, he fouls one off his foot, and it's 0-2. 1 out in the inning, runners at 1st and 2nd. Revs up by 5, it's 6-1 York. For Valdespin, who was the co-player of April and May with Davidson Romero of the New Britain Bees. Valdespin hit .344 with 17 extra base hits, 73 total bases in April and May combined, as Jordany continues to hobble around trying to get himself ready to get back in the box after fouling one off. What looks to be a little bit below his shin is where he was grabbing. Now he'll step back in. Of the 17 extra base hits, 4 were homers, 10 were doubles, 3 were triples. Played in all 31 games for Long Island from April and May combined. Slugged .557 with 45 total hits. Now Atkins looks at second, comes to the plate, misses way high and outside. Count 1-2. 1 out in the inning, runners at 1st and 2nd for the Ducks. The only run they've pushed across the plate today came on a pass ball with 2 outs in the 3rd. Other than that, Atkins has shut them down. Retired the first 8 batters of the game that he faced. Pitch to Jordany, swing and a miss. Went flailing at a breaking ball low and inside. And he'll hobble back to the dugout, still trying to get his footing after fouling one off his shin. It's a big out number 2 for Mitch. 2 down in the inning with 2 on. Second strikeout of the inning and 5th in the game for Atkins. Mitch just looking to get through this 5th. Again, Robert Carson warming in the pen for the Revs. Brings up Emilio Bonifacio, another Major League vet of a few years. A really solid Major League career during the time he was in the majors, most notably with the Miami Marlins. Well, at the time, the Florida Marlins, as he swings and misses at a fastball from Mitch. Atkins has worked into the 6th inning in his last 2 starts. He went 6 full on May 27th in a no decision against the Road Warriors. 5 2/3 in his last start on June 2nd at Sugarland. 0-1 the count on Bonifacio, the pitch. Fastball misses on the outer half. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 down in the inning. Runners at first and second. Revs holding a 5-run lead at 6-1. Each team with 5 hits in the contest. Bonifacio awaiting the 1-1 offering. The pitch from Mitch. Fly ball foul over our heads in the press box. Count remains 1-2. Bonifacio played 11 years in the major leagues. 2 with the Diamondbacks, 1 with the Nationals, 4 with the Marlins, 1 with the Blue Jays, 1 with the Royals, 1 with the Cubs, 3 with the Braves, and 1 with the White Sox. Now, a couple of those that I just mentioned played for 2 teams in 1 season. He was the National League Player of the Month in July of 2011. It's also a 2008 MLB Futures Game selection. Some good accolades there from Emilio. Now the pitch, the 1-2 on the outside corner, strike 3, and Atkins fans the side. 2 looking, 1 swinging in the inning, and that's how we end things here in the 5th. Revs lead at 6-1 after 4.5. We'll go to the home half of the 5th next. If Atkins' day is done, it was a solid evening for him on the mound. 5 innings with 6 strikeouts, and finishes the 5th after striking out the side. So we'll go to the home half of the 5th next here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Stick with us.
You know, something funny happens when people buy their dream home. They can both look at the same thing and see it in an entirely different way. He sees a man cave, while she sees an art room.
Hi, my name is Ryan Scott with JG Wentworth Home Lending, and this has become a common theme from our happy customers. With our competitive rates, quick process, and closing time guarantee, why would you choose another mortgage company to finance your dreams? Call us today at 855-JGW-LEND so we can get you on your path towards home ownership.
JG Wentworth Home Lending will take care of all the details of purchasing your home so you can focus on what to do once you move in. You know, will that great backyard be a beautiful garden or a beautiful new pool? Yeah, that's one detail we'll leave up to you. Call 855-JGW-LEND today. Mortgage loans offered by JG Wentworth Home Lending, LLC, 3550 Commission Court, Woodbridge, Virginia, NMLS ID 2925, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, Equal Housing Lender.
I'm a meal delivery engineer, you know, a server, and I love it. But now, with Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery, this place is livelier than 2-for-1 app night. See, while I guide my guests from nachos to gnocchi, they're picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and goes with everything on the menu, except maybe the 4-alarm fries. Stay away from those. Keno, it's here. Play it at your favorite bar or restaurant. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Bottom of inning number 5. Revs lead the Ducks 6-1. Jose Cuevas will start things off against Lee Sosa, who's back out there for another inning of work for Long Island. First pitch of the inning to Cuevas is a fastball on the outer half for a strike, 0-1. Ducks have used 3 pitchers this evening. Barbosa, their starter, went only 1, left with shoulder tightness, something he had been battling early on this season. Cuevas sends the 0-1 out of play foul. It's 0-2. Revs have scored in 3 of their 4 innings at the plate tonight. 3 runs in the first, jumping out to that early lead. They got another in the second, and they tacked on 2 more in the fourth. The Ducks got their only run in the third. 3 sac flies in the ball game for the Revs. The first run was plated on a Wellington Dotel double to dead center. The 0-2 to Jose. Chopper to third. It eats up the third baseman, Ard, and Cuevas will beat out the play. It's an E5 there on Taylor Ard. Oh, instead, actually, they gave it a base hit. They called it an infield single for... Well, they called it an infield single for Jose Cuevas there, so no error. So Jose's now 1 for 2 on the night. That brings up Travis Witherspoon with a man on first and no outs. Revs looking to add to their 5-run lead. Short lead for Cuevas at first. Pitch from Sosa. Spoon sends it the other way, out of play, foul. It's 0-1. Well, the new pitch, this is actually Jake Dunning in the game. It was not made aware here in the booth, but it's Dunning in the game, not Sosa. So he is the 4th pitcher of the night for the Ducks. The 0-1 from Dunning, fastball in there for a strike. Sosa finishes night after an inning in 2/3, gives up 2 runs, both earned. Taking over here in the 5th is Dunning, tall right-hander. Looks at first, now takes his sign, the pitch. Spoon chops one up the middle, this could be 2. Bonifacio steps on the bag himself at second, over to first in time. A 6-3 double play that the Ducks spin. And just like that, 2 outs and no one on here in the home half of the 5th. Had double play ball written all over it. Bonifacio decided to take it himself. It was a good decision with the speedy Witherspoon running. First double play turned by either team tonight. And now with 2 outs and no one on, here's the 9-hitter Tyler Clark. Clark back behind the dish tonight. He swings at the first pitch and taps 1 foul. Clark and Cruz lately have been trading off pretty much every other game, or 2 out of every 3. If one or the other is playing well, calling a good game behind the dish, Mace might stick with that guy for a couple in a row. 0-1 the count on Clark. Curveball that almost clips his jersey, but he gets out of the way. 1-1. Tyler has been hitting exclusively right-handed the last few games for the Revs. He did so on the team's 6-game road trip in Sugar Land and New Britain. Started it in the series against Southern Maryland. And a 1-1 to Tyler, off the hands, foul back into the netting, 1-2. 6-1 lead for the Revs, bottom 5. And Tyler's seen success since he's stuck with just the right-handed side of the plate. Defensively, it goes without saying what he's done this year. In 15 games behind the plate, 14 starts. He's thrown out 10 of 18 base stealers against him. And Revs pitchers have a 3.07 ERA when he's behind the dish. 4.36 team ERA when Cruz is back there. On the 1-2, Clark sends one in the air to deep left field. Going back is Washington, and that ball is not coming back. Tyler Clark gets a hanging curveball and puts one over the arch nemesis. It's now 7-1 Revs. You hang them, we bang them. Tyler Clark, his 2nd home run of the season. He trots around home plate, and I just got done talking about the success that Clark has seen from the right side of the dish, and it continues here. Both home runs this season for Tyler from the right side. And that'll get this crowd going. There was a little bit of a lull in the stadium after the double play. Now Clark sends one over the wall, a solo shot. First home run of the game for either club. Revs continue to extend the lead. It's a 7-1 game. Now back to the top of the order. Here's Jared Mitchell. Takes a ball low. So Dunning serves up the long ball. Just a hanging curveball there. Like I said, you hang them, we bang them. That's what this Revs team does. Michael Burgess will tell you, curveballs go a long way. He's done that a couple times this year. 1-0 to Mitchell, sends this one in the air, foul out of play. 1-1. Clark's other home run this season was a 3-run shot, this one of the solo variety. Tyler, who had been struggling over his last few, was only hitting .214 over his last 5 games. To charge into that one. The 1-1. Mitchell takes low, 2-1. Clark now 2 long balls and 6 RBI on the season. Last year only had 1 home run in 52 games for Lancaster. The 2-1 to Mitchell, swings and grounds one hard over to first, but the play is made by Soleil, stepping on the bag, and the inning is over. So the Revs get a run on Tyler Clark's solo home run over the arch nemesis in left. The Revs continue to tack onto their lead. It's now a 7-1 game through 5 full. We'll go to the top of the 6th inning next. Stick with me on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
As you clean it out, keep in mind Community Aid's looking for your lucky leftovers. After you wrap up your yard sale, donate what's left over at your closest Community Aid Drive-Up Donation Center. They're attached to each of Community Aid's incredible thrift stores in our area. Hanover, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Mechanicsburg, and Selinsgrove. Community Aid wants your lucky leftovers to help more than 750 local charities. Learn more at communityaid.net. But don't forget, give your lucky leftovers to Community Aid. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Carmen Fusco Pro Baseball and Softball Academy in New Cumberland offers a variety of lesson plans for every budget. Owner Carmen Fusco has 38 years of Major League Baseball experience, and our staff is made up entirely of professional instructors, including Carmen Fusco, Sam Knott, TJ Cronenberger, and Lisa Baker. We offer one-on-one private instruction, camps and clinics, and year-round travel ball programs focused on developing the player. We differ from other facilities because we offer professional instruction with Major League Baseball techniques. We also provide free college placement for our athletes. Conveniently located off I-83 between Harrisburg and York, check out Carmen Fusco Pro Baseball and Softball Academy in New Cumberland and go online to FuscoProBaseball.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Hey, this is Jacoby Jones, Super Bowl champ, Dancing with the Stars. If y'all didn't vote for me, it's y'all fault I lost, but you're listening to the radio, WOYK 1350, baby.
Revs in this one as we begin play in the 6th inning. 7-1 York over Long Island. Travis Snyder will lead off for the Ducks against Mitch Atkins in the top of the 6th inning. 3rd straight start in which Mitch has worked at least into the 6th. Completed 6 innings 2 starts ago. Twice this year he's completed 6. Does not have a win this year. 0-3, still looking for that first dub. And now time is going to be called as they're going to ask. I'm not sure what they're at. I believe it was to dim the LED lights in left and right center field, so they do that. And now Travis Snyder steps in the box to start play here in the top of the 6th. 6-run lead for the Revs. It's 7-1. First pitch from Atkins is a pop-up straight behind home plate. Clark giving chase, but that one will get into the seats, foul, right in front of us actually in the press box. 0-1 the count. Been all Revs in this one. They scored early. They've scored often. All that the Ducks have been able to get across home plate is a run that came home on a pass ball. That's it. Revs had Robert Carson warming in the bullpen last inning. It looks like he's ready to go. No one currently throwing. Right now it's Mitch's game as he gets a strike over to Snyder. 0-2. Atkins has pumped the zone tonight. He's been very effective. Struck out the side in the 5th inning. Has 6 strikeouts on the evening. No balls and 2 strikes to Snyder. And the pitch misses a little bit off the plate, outer half. Clark a good setup there, but they didn't get the call from Brian DeBrouwer. Atkins struck out Vega, Valdespin, and Bonifacio in the 5th, looking to get Snyder here in the 6th. 7-1 lead for the Revs, top of the 6th. Here's the 1-2 pitch, missing high there. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The series continues tomorrow night at 6:30, then Saturday again at 6:30 before a 1 o'clock tilt on Sunday to wrap up the 4-gamer. Atkins ready on the mound, out of the windup, the 2-2 pitch. Misses just barely off the outer half. And the count runs full. Atkins doesn't want to walk the leadoff man. I have a feeling that Mace might yank him if he does that. Although working with a 7-1 lead, this could be his inning regardless. The 3-2 pitch. Chopped foul, back to the backstop. Count remains full. 7 runs on 7 hits, no errors in the game for the Revs. It's been all Revs in this one. They've scored in 4 of the 5 innings they've been to the bat. 1 run on 5 hits, no errors for the Ducks. Snyder getting set in the box, taking his time. Calls for time, now back in. He's ready to hit. Atkins waiting for the sign from Clark, who sets up on the outer half. The 3-2 pitch sent out of play foul, and Snyder a good battle here to start the 6th. Atkins, his 8th start of the season. Coming in, he's worked 33 innings over those 7 starts. Looking to get through the 6th tonight. He's gone 5+. The payoff pitch to Snyder, again sent into the netting behind home plate, and the AB continues. Travis, significant Major League time as well, as a handful of guys on this Ducks roster have significant Major League time. Snyder most notably with the Blue Jays and the Pirates. Eight-year Major League veteran. This is his first season with the Ducks. 3-2 pitch up coming to him. Misses outside, does Atkins. And Snyder works a walk. A leadoff walk, that is. So he'll trot down to first base. Now the DH, Lou Ford, comes to the dish. Atkins has been around the plate a ton tonight, but Snyder just kept battling and working the count. It's the first walk issued by Atkins tonight. He's given up 5 singles. He's scattered them. And right there, a leadoff walk. Double play depth up the middle for the Revs. First pitch to Ford. Strike there. Fastball. No balls and 1 strike. No outs in the inning. Man on first. 7-1 lead for the Revs, top of the 6th. Long Island looking to do some damage. Ford at the dish. Atkins looks at first. Now comes to the plate, the 1-0. Misses inside. Ford lifted his arms up to get out of the way of that one. 1-1 the count. Pretty big hole between short and third. An equally big hole, maybe a little bit bigger, between first and second. Wilson, the first baseman, holding on Snyder. Revs will play for 2 up the middle. The 1-1 from Atkins. Humpback liner out to second. Casilla catches it in the air, flips back to first, a double play. Humpback liner that Travis Snyder did not read well. Might have thought that Casilla was going to let it bounce, but came up, caught it in the air, and Snyder had no chance to get back to first. A 4-3 double play. First double play that the Revs have turned tonight. That'll help Atkins out in a big way. 2 down and no one on now after the line out 4-3 double play. Now David Washington, who saw Tyler Clark deposit a home run over his head over the arch nemesis in the last half inning. It's in left field tonight. Swings and misses at the first pitch he sees. Change up lower, outer half. 0-1. Washington 6 long balls this year, 20 runs batted in. Singled back in the 4th inning. Got to second on a balk, but that was it. One misses away. 1-1 the count. Atkins looking to get through this 6th with just the 1 run. Just 1 unearned run, I should mention. ERA down to 6.05. It came in at 7.09 today. Down over a full run. Atkins has his sign, the 1-1. Breaking ball misses low and outside, 2-1. Atkins will get a new baseball as the other one got scuffed up. Revs lead at 7-1, top of the 6th. 2 balls and a strike on David Washington. Washington's had a lot of success in the early part of this Atlantic League season. There was a point in time where he was leading the league in home runs. Now the 2-1. Washington sends this one in the air to shallow right field toward the line. Mitchell racing on. He won't get there. It's a fair ball. Washington around first. He's digging for 2. Making a turn around second, heading for 3 now. Mitchell finally gets it into Casilla, and it's a stand-up 2-out triple for David Washington. Not sure what happened down the right field line there. It's out of my viewpoint in the booth, but the ball bounced just barely fair. It got by Mitchell. I want to say that he probably tried to play it on a short hop and just kind of overran it if he were to play it on a bounce. Bounced up high and got by him. Washington, sharp turnaround first, sharp turnaround second, and he was fluid in his strides to third. Kevin Baez, who also doubles as the third base coach for this Ducks squad, along with managing it, waving him around. Now Paul Fletcher, the Revs pitching coach, out for a chat with Atkins. It's the first extra base hit he's allowed tonight. So Fletch out for a chat, probably wanting to go over the scouting report on Taylor Ard. Brian DeBrouwer, the home plate umpire, out to break up the visit. Looks like it will be an official visit for the Revs. The Ducks have already used 2 of their 3 official visits. Now step into the box, the right-handed hitting Taylor Ard. So Atkins will look to retire Ard for the 3rd time tonight. Ard has flown out to right and center. Man on third is Washington. He just tripled. 2 outs in the inning. Revs lead at 7-1, top of the 6th. Atkins trying to get through 6 innings. First pitch is popped up and sent out of play behind home plate out of the stadium, 0-1. Atkins' best start of the season was when he threw 6 shutout innings, scattering 2 hits in Southern Maryland on May 9th. But this start tonight might best it. He's gone 5 2/3 so far, has allowed just 1 unearned run, scattering 6 hits. Now the 0-1 misses just inside. It's 1-1. And I say it might be better than that 6 shutout inning start because he's got the strikeout pitch working. He's only walked 1. He's fanned 6 batters in the game, 3 of those in the 5th when he struck out the side. 1 ball and 1 strike on Ard. Revs defense back with 2 outs. Washington a short lead off third. Now Ard steps out of the box. Regroups, now taps home plate, gets ready to hit. Witherspoon shading him to right center in the outfield, which is where he hit the ball last time he was up. Atkins misses with a changeup on the inner half, 2-1. Ard flew out to deep right center to end the 4th, and it was a ball that Spoon had him played that way, and like clockwork, he hit it out there. The wind that was blowing out that way earlier has died down a bit. It's cooled down considerably at the ballpark. Atkins looks at third. The 2-1 pitch to Ard sent foul into the netting in front of the dugout of the Ducks. Count remains 2-2. Two's on the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Revs up by 6. It's a 7-1 advantage for York over Long Island. Top of the 6th inning. Atkins looking to get through this 6th unscathed. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball diving down and away that Ard lays off. The count runs full. Ramon Cabrera waiting on deck. He struck out twice. Excuse me, that's Vega that struck out twice. Cabrera 1 for 2 with a single. Taylor Ard faced with a 3-2 count at the dish. Ard also in his first season with the Ducks. A new look squad for Long Island this year. Taking his time at the plate. Now Ard steps out. Ard was in the Miami Marlins organization the past 2 years. AA Jacksonville and Advanced A Jupiter last season. Now in the Atlantic League. The 3-2 pitch misses outside, and this one gets away from Clark. Washington will scamper home. The Ducks will have another run home, and they'll call that one a wild pitch. Not a pass ball on Clark. It did hit off his glove, but a tough pitch to handle. It's now a 7-2 game. Atkins really upset with himself, threw his hands on his knees towards home plate after seeing Washington cross home. So the only 2 runs of the night for the Ducks have come via balls getting to the backstop. And now Mark Mason's going to pull Mitch Atkins from this game. Mace will take the ball from his starter, and Mitch, got to believe he'll get a standing O, and he does. An excellent start for Mitch, who finishes the night after 5 2/3 innings. Just couldn't get that final out of the 6th, so he will not clinch a quality start, but he is in line for the win. He can win it, he cannot lose it. Take a quick break here on the broadcast, and when we come back, I'll tell you about the new pitcher, Robert Carson. Revs lead 7-2 over the Ducks, top of the 6th. Keep it here, quick break.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Planning your next visit to York? Book your stay at Courtyard by Marriott. Conveniently situated near local businesses, shopping, dining, downtown, and local attractions, Courtyard by Marriott features a state-of-the-art lobby, inviting flexible spaces to work or relax, free Wi-Fi, our well-equipped fitness center, and the bistro offering healthy options and refreshing choices, including Starbucks and an evening bar. Your stay is sure to be more comfortable, productive, and enjoyable than ever before. Courtyard by Marriott, 2799 Concord Road in York. Book your stay at 717-840-7840.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is United States Olympic gold medalist Jenny Finch. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350. WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Back here on the broadcast, Robert Carson, the new pitcher for the Revs. His first pitch of the night is a ball low and outside. Ball misses there to the new batter. It's the switch-hitting catcher, Ramon Cabrera. 2 outs in the top of the 6th, man on first. Atkins lifted after 5 2/3, and Carson now tasked with getting the final out of the 6th as Cabrera shoots one over towards his Ducks teammates in their dugout. 1-1 the count. Atkins walked Taylor Ard with 2 outs and David Washington on third base. Washington scored on the wild pitch as the ball kicked off Clark's glove to the backstop. Washington doubled with 2 outs, or tripled with 2 outs and no one on. Atkins couldn't get that final out of the 6th, so now Carson tasked with doing it. He induces a pop-up there, but it's foul out of play, 1-2. Well, the batter at the dish, Ramon Cabrera, 5'8", 195 pounds. Not a big guy by any stretch of the imagination. But he has reached the major leagues, peak of his career. Spent last year with AAA New Orleans and the Marlins organization. The New Orleans Baby Cakes, the better minor league team names. Carson's 1-2, swing and a miss, curveball in the dirt. And that will end the inning. Tyler Clark applies the tag on the batter Cabrera, and Carson gets out of the inning for the Revs. So after 5 1/2, the Revs lead 7-2. Atkins' line is officially closed. 5 2/3, 2 runs, only 1 earned. We go to the bottom of the 6th. We'll see if the Revs can add to their 5-run lead. It's 7-2 Revs. Don't go anywhere. You're listening on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
Planning your summer vacation? Looking to take care of those long overdue home improvements? Hello, I'm Tara Hauser, Vice President of Marketing at First Capital Federal Credit Union. Make all your dreams come true with a home equity loan from First Capital FCU. For a limited time, take advantage of a 7-year home equity loan of $10,000 or more with an annual percentage rate as low as 3.99%. Visit firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any branch to apply. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania delivers natural gas to 423,000 customers. Our commitment is to do it reliably, efficiently, and most importantly, safely. If you smell, hear, or see any sign of a natural gas problem, evacuate immediately and call 911 from a safe location. The most obvious indication of a problem in your home would be a rotten egg odor. For more information on natural gas safety, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com. Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania, reminding you about natural gas safety.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Moving along here at Peoples Bank Park, Michael Mark Cantonini back with you. Bottom of the 6th inning, the Revs holding a 7-2 lead over the Ducks. Alexi Casilla will kick things off in the bottom of the 6th against Jake Dunning, who's back out for another inning of work. Dunning, the 4th pitcher of the night for the Ducks, who have not fared well in their first visit to Peoples Bank Park since losing the championship series to the Revs last year. 2-3-4 for the Revs, Casilla, Dotel, and Wilson. First pitch to Alexi is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Mitch Atkins couldn't get through the 6th, so no quality start for Mitch, but he is in line for his first win of the season. He leaves after 5 2/3 innings, 2 runs, only 1 of them earned. Casilla chops 1 foul. Robert Carson got the final out of the top of the 6th, struck out Cabrera, the catcher, on a nasty curveball in the dirt. So Rob came on, get that final out of the 6th. He'll probably come out for the 7th. This is the 3rd time this season that Mitch has left the game in line for a win. But again, he does not have one this year. The 0-2 to Casilla, fastball that misses inside, 1-2. Well, Mitch, 6 shutout innings in Southern Maryland in early May. That lead was blown, and then lead he had against the Road Warriors earlier this year was blown. Casilla sends one back into the netting, foul. But for the 3rd straight start, Mitch worked at least into the 6th inning. 2nd straight going 5 2/3. Revs looking to put up some more runs and continue to pad this lead. They lead by 5 at 7-2 in the bottom of the 6th. 1-2 the count on the leadoff man, Casilla, who takes a ball outside. Close right there. Check swing from Alexi. It's 2-2. Casilla, 351 with 10 RBI over his last 10 games. He's been on an absolute tear. 2 home runs in that span as well. The 2-2 pitch sent out to short. Backhanded by Bonifacio, and he'll just eat it. An infield base hit for Alexi Casilla, and why not? Another infield hit for Alexi as he continues to do that on a regular basis these days. That's 12 infield hits and 31 for the Revs this season in just their 34th game of the year. That was going to be a tough play for Bonifacio off the bat. He was back deep, a slowly hit ball to short that he backhanded and tried to get it out of his glove too quick and couldn't do it, so he just ate it. Casilla safe at first. Here's Wellington Dotel up with a man on first and no outs. Pitch from Dunning. Chopped off his foot, so that doesn't feel so hot. Wellington will hobble around a little bit. Revs have 2 infield hits in the game. The other came from Jose Cuevas. 7-2 Revs, bottom of the 6th. 5 different Revs have driven in a run tonight. Dotel and Wilson have each driven in 2. Silva, Mitchell, and Clark 1 apiece. 0-1 on Dotel. Man on first, no outs. The pitch from Dunning. Foul ball, fly ball out of play down the right field line, 0-2. Dunning, 6'4", 220 pounds, resides in Fleming Island, Florida. Another guy on this Ducks roster that has pitched in Major League Baseball. Was with the Ducks last year as well. And Dunning comes set, looks over at Casilla at first. Here's the 0-2 to Dotel. Goes with the pitch into right field, dumps it in front of Snyder. Casilla stops at second. A single for Dotel, another multi-hit game for Wellington. He's 2 for 3 in the game. He's also driven in 2. And the Revs have their first 2 batters of the inning on base, first and second with no outs. And they keep the line moving for Zach Wilson. 9 hits in the game for the Revs now. 7 runs. They lead at 7-2 in the home half of the 6th. Might not be 7-2 for much longer as they're threatening once again. Well, Dotel this season just continues to rake since coming over when the Revs picked him up from Sugar Land after he was released there. Now Wilson up with runners at first and second and no outs. Dunning looks at second. Pitch to Zach. Fastball that misses inside for a ball, 1-0. Well, Dotel this season, 5 multi-RBI games and now 7 multi-hit games. It's been excellent. Now the 1-0 to Wilson. Flip foul out of play, right field side. 1-1. Revs lead it by 5, bottom of the 6th. They've scored in 4 of their 5 full innings at the plate tonight, looking to make it 5 out of 6. Looking to win game 1 of this 4-game series. Casilla short lead off second. Dotel leads off first, not being held on. Wilson shoots one down the third base line, but foul into the corner. Count 1-2. Darryl, I'll welcome you back into the broadcast here. It's been an exciting 6 innings so far tonight. It's been all Revs from the start. And they may not be done.
No, great to be back home. The thing I've loved tonight, just consistent pressure on Ducks pitchers all night. Base runners all night.
Wilson ready, the 1-2 to him. He swings and misses at a nasty slider on the outer half. That's a big out, number 1 for the Ducks and Dunning. Wilson can't do anything with runners at first and second and no outs. And now with first and second and 1 out, Ruby Silva will get a shot.
And the thing tonight is, even the second to some extent, definitely the 3rd inning, they had a chance to increase the lead and did not, but that didn't linger for the offense. The very next inning they came out, scored 2, 1 more last inning.
Left-handed hitting Silva at the dish. First pitch swing and chopper back to Dunning. His only play is to first. He throws and it's not in time. An infield hit for Ruby Silva. He legs it out. And the Revs have the bases loaded with 1 out here in the home half of the 6th. Second infield hit of the inning for the Revs, 3rd of the game. Silva smelled a hit and legged another one out.
This offense has a little bit of everything, speed included. And like you said, he wasn't upset with himself when he hit the ball 30 feet. Well, he might have been, but he didn't hang around and mope or anything. He put his head down and flew through the bag and got himself a knock.
Seems to work out for the Revs when they try to leg out infield grounders. 33 infield hits for the Revs this season. The bases are loaded with 1 out for Ryan Dent. First pitch to Dent. He swings and pops one up foul territory first base side, but that gets into the seats. Foul. Sure, Dent's glad to have that one back. First pitch swinging with the bases juiced.
That's one thing about minor league ballparks, the foul territory not nearly as big as major league parks, so that's a hitter-friendly quirk of a minor league stadium. A lot of big leagues Well, that might have gotten back in most, but like Oakland, for instance, that's an easy out.
Yeah. 7-2 lead for the Revs, bottom 6. Bases juiced for Dent. 1 out in the inning. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball right there. That might be the best pitch Dent will see in the AB. 0-2 the count on Ryan. Struggling a little bit lately, hitting just 200 over his last 6. 0 for 2 tonight with a walk. Dunning comes set. And the 0-2 pitch to Dent. Chopper out to second, it could be 2. To second for 1, over to first. Relay throw, it gets away from the first baseman Soleil. 1 run is in, here comes another. And now Dent's gonna be tagged out at second. That was a really weird play. Ruby Silva didn't know what to do. He was out at second base, he didn't know he was out. Then he ran in the middle of the infield. Dent had nowhere to go, so he's out at second, but the Revs do, I believe they scored 2 runs on that play. They did, so it's a 9-2 Revs lead after 6. No RBIs for Dent on that one, or you might get 1. You can't assume a double play. So I do believe he gets 1, but either way, that'll end the inning. We'll try to recap in the top of the 7th. Daryl, you'll have the opportunity to do that. Daryl taking back over the play-by-play. So we'll head to the top of the 7th after 6 full. It's 9-2 Revs, 10 hits on the board for the Revs. And they lead this one big. Don't go anywhere. You're listening on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
If you are facing retirement decisions, Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group can develop a customized retirement income plan. As specialists in retirement planning, we will guide you on Social Security benefits, 401k and retirement plan rollovers, pension choices, and distribution options. We can explain employer benefit plans and retirement systems such as PESERS and TIACREF. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
Hi, this is Mark Mason. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head of the 7th inning, now a 9-2 Revs lead. Robert Carson stays in. First pitch of the inning is right down the chute for a strike on Vega. Leading it off, left-hand hitter, 8-9-1 due. Carson a strikeout of Cabrera to come in and end the 6th inning. And the 0-1, breaking ball missed a little bit high. So we had Dent with an RBI fielder's choice, which scored Casilla. Dotel came in on the throwing error on Bonifacio, the shortstop. 2 runs on the play. 1-1, and that's a little bit high, the slider. That makes it a 9-2 game. And Dent would have made it to second, but was thrown out. He saw Silva hanging out, who was out on the double play attempt, was still in the area. He slowed down, thinking he was a live base runner. Here's a pop-up foul back out of play. And he sort of motioned like, what are you doing? Run! But Silva was already out. And seeing that caused Dent to hesitate, and then he was thrown and tagged out at second. But a 9-2 lead. 2-2 to Vega. Swing and a miss. A slider from Carson to get him. He has struck out both batters that he's faced. And Vega has been struck out all 3 times tonight.
Hat trick for him. Things are just going the Revs' way tonight. Robert Carson has come in and done the job he was asked to do, get that final out of the 6th in a non-pressure situation with his team up 5, and now basically just getting some work in with the Revs up 7. Game not over, but it's in hand right now for the time being.
Here is Alex Soleil, who looks at a ball high, breaking ball from Carson. Soleil tonight 2 for 2 with a run scored. On the 1-0. And he swings, takes it the other way, but Witherspoon was right there in left center, and he makes the play. An extreme opposite field alignment, and Witherspoon only had to go a few steps back into medium deep left center. Soleil hit it pretty well, but that's out number 2.
I'm really impressed with the way Spoon's playing center field tonight. He obviously working with the scouting report and the defensive positioning, shading one way or the other to one of the gaps. And tonight it's worked perfectly.
And that's impressive because this is a team they haven't seen yet. To get some in-person live scouting. Here's Valdespin at the top. First pitch fastball, strike call down and in on him. Mitch Atkins, final line, 5 2/3, 2 runs on 6 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Now the 0-1, and a swing and a comebacker just over the glove, but Dent there up the middle from short, fires and got him by a split second at first base. Ground out to short is handled, and Carson's retired all 4 that he's faced here tonight. The bouncer just got over his glove, but Dent right there. Stretch time here at the bank. It's the Revs 9, the Ducks 2.
Everything you've worked for may be facing a hostile takeover, but step outside the boardroom and look around. Not taking care of business right now could leave you dealing with a hostile takeover by crabgrass later this summer. And broadleaf weeds are just beneath the surface, ready to take their share of your turf too. Prevent hostile takeovers. Call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care and give your lawn a good, healthy start this year. Heritage Lawn can apply crabgrass pre-emergent and quality fertilizer now to fortify your lawn for later. HeritageLawnandLandscape.com. World-class care right in your backyard.
Smart shoppers, you know a good deal when you see one, and Giant's got tons of them. Just keep a lookout for our wow price signs, and you'll be well on your way to smart choices and great everyday savings. Plus, we've got thousands of everyday low prices and bonus buys that'll save you even more. So the signs that you're one smart cookie are all around you.
At Giant, if you're ever fourth in line at checkout, your groceries are free. It's just one of the ways we're making grocery shopping better. My Giant. Available in Pennsylvania stores only. Some restrictions apply.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Enoel Polanco, and you're listening to Your Revolution Baseball on the home of the revolution, Sport Radio 1350 WOYK.
Stretch time here at People's Bank Park tonight. Revs a 9-2 lead. Special guest in the booth this half inning, Natasha Santana-Roque, joining us here in the booth, a member of the Suburban York softball team, who I understand is 4-1 and in first place. You guys are off to a pretty good start, huh?
Yeah.
How's the night been here at People's Bank Park for you?
It's been really great. I've had a nice time watching.
How many young gals on your team?
12.
All here tonight?
No.
No? Most of them?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Carlos Pimentel is the new pitcher for Long Island, and his first pitch to Cuevas is swung on and missed. So you guys had a pregame parade before the game, right?
Yeah.
Saw that. How'd that go?
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah? What do you think when you walk around and see all the people in the stadium? Pretty cool?
Yeah, it's awesome.
There's the stretch, the 0-1 to Cuevas, and that misses high. So what's the Suburban York softball team? I understand, is it mostly York Suburban School District players?
Yes, yeah. But there's some girls on our team. They're from the York City District.
Okay. Here's the 1-1 to Cuevas, swing and a miss, a slider there. So what's your game schedule like? Do you play like 2 a week or 3 a week? Or?
Sometimes we play 1 game a week. Sometimes it's 3, 2. It's unpredictable.
Okay. What is predictable though is wins for Suburban York, 4-1. Here's the 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Back to the fastball there to get him, 1 down. Revs a 9-2 lead here in the bottom of the 7th. So what position do you play?
I play outfield.
Okay. What's the age group for the team?
14.
14. Do you prefer left, center, or right?
I prefer left, but I'm more comfortable with center.
Really? Okay. How would you like to play left field here in front of that?
Wow. I don't think I would do so good.
Here's Travis Witherspoon with 1 down. 1 for 2 tonight, a double and a walk for Spoon. And first pitch, fastball, a little low. So when's your next game?
Our next game is Wednesday. We have a game that we have to finish.
Oh, like a makeup?
Yeah.
From
well, not
weather?
really a makeup. Well, kind of, yeah.
Suspended game?
No, we had to delay it because of the rain.
Okay. Here's the 1-0, and that's a little bit low. Now, did school like just finish today?
No, I finished tomorrow.
Oh, you seem so disappointed by that. 1 more day.
Yeah.
And then, is it all softball for the summer? Is that kind of the big thing for the summer for you?
Yeah, for me it is.
2-0 to Spoon, a swing and a bounce foul behind the plate. Well, I know we have the Women's College World Series on TV at this time of year. Do you spend a lot of time watching that, or are you guys at age 14 into, watching the big college programs and everything?
I kind of watch.
Yeah. There's the 2-1, and that misses up high. Do you have a favorite team?
No.
Favorite player? Jessica Mendoza on Sunday Night Baseball? No? No? Here's the stretch, the 3-1, and a swing and a miss. Took a little off there. How about baseball? Favorite baseball team or player?
Yankees.
No. Well, it's been nice having you in the no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I know it's a popular pick. 3-2 here on Travis. And the pitch to him. Swing and a miss. The Pimentel goes down low. Might have been a changeup, and he has struck out his first 2. Now, how did you become a Yankees fan?
Well, it kind of runs in my family.
Yeah.
So.
Favorite player?
I don't have one.
Okay. Have you ever been to Yankee Stadium?
No.
No? Just watch them on TV?
Yeah.
Do you get to a lot of Revs games?
I've only been to 3.
Really? You picked a good one tonight. Here's Tyler Clark, who went yard his last time. First pitch, he swings, slices it down the line in right field, carrying toward the corner. It is just foul. Took aim at what would have been extra bases the other way. It just sliced. It one-hopped the wall right down near the foul pole in right field. And it's no balls and 1 strike. So as an outfielder, do you, like when you're here at People's Bank Park, do you like to see a pitcher's duel? Do you like to see a lot of runs scored like we did tonight since you're a hitter?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are you a power hitter or a speed type?
I'm kind of scared of hitting.
Oh,
actually.
really? Really?
Yeah.
Well, that'll come with time. Now you're just getting started. Here's the stretch from Pimentel. And the 0-1. That misses up high. What grade at York Suburban?
I don't go to York Suburban.
Oh, do you go to York City?
Yeah.
Okay. What grade are you finishing?
I'm finishing 6th grade.
Nice. Congratulations to you. 1 more day.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-1. And a swing and a foul back against the netting. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So how long will your softball season go?
It goes until July.
Pretty good summer. How far do you travel?
We don't travel very far.
Is Nate Tile your coach?
Yes, he's one of my many coaches.
He's our director of business development here with the Revs. Is he a... it's the right word. It was the 1-2. And that misses outside. Tough coach or players coach?
He could be a tough coach at times.
Does he make you run?
Yes.
Are they listening to this interview out in the room right now?
I think so, yeah.
See if a handful of your teammates up there in the press box. 9-2, Revs up here in the 7th. Here's the 2-2, and that misses high. So good at bat from Tyler Clark. Works it full. Well, I wish you the best of luck with your season this year. I know Nate is very passionate about coaching, and he often runs from here at the office right to practice and everything. So
yeah, he's amazing.
3-2, and that just missed inside. Tyler Clark with the 2-out walk. Revs have yet to put the ball in play this inning. 2 strikeouts from Pimentel, and now the 2-out walk to Clark. Now we'll go to the top of the order and Jared Mitchell. So I know, if I recall, you had like sign-ups for the season probably back in March or April, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, yeah.
And when did it start?
Practice?
Practice, games, all of that?
I'm thinking it's May.
Okay. So you have a pretty good 3-month schedule.
Yeah.
Mitchell swings and misses here off speed. Mitchell tonight 1 for 2. Walked and scored in the first, sack fly in the second, singled off the right field wall in the fourth, stole 2 bases and scored again, and then a ground out in the fifth. The hitting streak is up to 13 for him. Revs with 10 hits, 9 runs, a 9-2 lead. Now the 0-1, and that misses up high. I know it may be a little early to think about it, but do you see yourself playing softball in high school someday?
Yeah.
You're pretty passionate about it? A lot of similarities, but a lot of differences from baseball, right?
Yeah.
There's the 1-1, and that misses down and in. Do the girls throw hard?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. I've seen some of the York College games, and you can run into one of those ace pitchers that pitches every single game, and can be pretty tough. 2-1 on Mitchell. They dim the LED lights, and the pitch on the way. That is just outside. 3-1. Revs have made Pimentel throw 20 pitches this inning. First look at him. He's over from the American Association, first year in the Atlantic League. 11 outings, 0-1, a 3.12 ERA. And the pitch to Mitchell, swing and a ground ball pulled, and a sprawling stop at first. Soleil, he tosses, and Pimentel has to reach up, but got the foot on the bag. Well, Natasha, thanks very much for joining us this inning. Wish you and the Suburban York girls the best of luck this year, and we'll be keeping tabs through Coach Nate. So best of luck this week and going forward. Awesome. Natasha Santana-Roque, left fielder and center fielder for the Suburban York softball team, joining us. Revs with a 9-2 lead over the Ducks as we head to the 8th here tonight.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
What's the simplest, easiest, freest way to get in shape? Walking. That natural walking motion is great for almost every body, but not every shoe is great for walking.
Flying feet.
Flying Feet sports shoes carries the shoes designed to function best, whether you're out for an invigorating stroll or you're humming along at a serious fitness pace. Walking and fitness shoes that'll do the trick, including a variety of widths and hard-to-find sizes. Walk with name brands like New Balance, Saucony, Brooks, and Accelera. For intense fitness workouts, try shoes from Asics, New Balance, Rika, Saucony, and 361. Flying Feet's selection is great, and the service is even better. With personal attention many stores are lacking. Some stores sell shoes, Flying Feet fits them. So take life in stride and do it in style with comfortable walking shoes and fitness shoes from the sportswear specialty store without specialty prices. Flying Feet sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
This is Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the eighth, 9-2. Revs lead it. Robert Carson stays in. He's gone an inning and a third, retiring all four. Bonifacio, Snyder, and Ford will bat 2, 3, and 4. Michael, you almost lost your job there.
Yeah.
But she has to go play softball. She's not ready for commentating just yet.
I'll tell you what, it was a chill inning out there. Just relaxing. It was different just watching a half inning.
Bonifacio up first. He fouls the first one back. Why do you think I ditch you for 3 innings every night?
I will say though, it's I like it a lot more when I'm in the booth. It's weird not hearing somebody talking, whether it's me or my color guy or.
What do I do with my hands? Here's the 0-1, and that misses inside.
Although I did get to see a full baseball game from the stands last night. Went to go see Tim Tebow play up in Harrisburg. The Rumble Ponies rode into town. Saw them play the Senators.
Yeah, very nice. There's the pitch. And a swing and a drive straight away center. Witherspoon back on it, though. He will have plenty of room. And makes the catch fairly deep, but again, he is always where you want him to be if you're a pitcher. Not if you're a hitter.
Spoon, I mean, just glides out there. Everything is so simple for him going back on a ball like that. Carson's been excellent tonight. Great to see from him eating up some innings tonight.
There's Travis Snyder, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. Left against left. Revs with a 9-2 lead here in the 8th. Clark will set up away. First pitch. It is just outside. Did Tebow get a hit?
No, he didn't even start, which I went with Quentin, our baseball ops guy, and me and Q were disappointed to get to the stadium and realize he wasn't starting. Walked and scored a run, though.
Pitch is high and tight. Snyder bends back.
I've never seen so much excitement for a pinch hitter in a minor league baseball game. I mean, in major league games, when you get a guy coming back to the city he started his career with or did big things like that, coming back with another team, maybe. But, I mean, in a minor league game, I've never seen anything like it, the hype around this guy. Daniel Murphy was making his rehab assignment for the Nationals. No buzz around him. All Tebow.
There's a fastball low, 3-0. Now, I know I'm putting you on the spot, but just so I don't have to look it up, did you take note of what his average is? How's he doing right now?
I did check. He was hitting 248 going into last night, so it's still at 248 after the walk.
There's a fastball inside. Snyder will walk on 4 pitches. First base runner issued by Carson tonight.
4 homers for Tebow, though. Just put a few out.
That's all we had. At least a couple of our fans on Facebook that were there as well. Got a picture of him.
Well, Joe Dahl, our boy, was there too.
Of course.
Q, Joe, and I were chatting after the game.
Here's Lou Ford, 1 on, 1 out. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Joe goes where the cool people go.
I thought it was the cool people go where Joe goes.
That's right.
That's why everyone comes to York.
That's it.
It was pretty cool, though.
Here's a line drive down the line and left, but foul. Ford was early. And he pounded that ball, but foul into the corner, 0-2.
I mean, if we're talking about cool athletes. I mean, Tebow is top 5. I mean, there's just something about that guy. Just gives off this higher presence, like this aura. It's crazy. I don't know what it is, but he's Tim Tebow. He's like larger than life.
Carson to the belt, and the 0-2 just missed, down and away. Revs have throttled Ford tonight. He's 0 for 3. 2 flyouts, line drive double play in the 6th. Pitch from Rob, swinging a ground ball to short, right to Dent. Feeds Casilla across the bag, and he turns it smooth as silk. 6-4-3 double play. Alexi receiving it in stride as he crosses second and just kept on moving towards short as he tossed it right on the money. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 9-2 York.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
The York County Solid Waste Authority is a proud sponsor of Go Green Night at the York Revolution on June 9th. The first 2,000 fans through the gate will receive a free eco-friendly cloth shopping tote. We call foul on plastic bags, and you should too. Visit www.ycswa.com for more earth-friendly tips. That's www.ycswa.com. Garbage is power.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, York's great-tasting family tradition.
Hi, I'm Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers. Catch Sixers basketball all season on Sports Radio, 1350 WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the 8th, 9-2, the Revs on top. 3 defensive outs away from consecutive win number 3 is Alexi Casilla. 2-3-4 against Pimentel, who stays in. First pitch is taken low. Alexi has scored 3 runs tonight, and that matches Jared Mitchell, who's done it twice for the Revs' season best. 1-0, and that misses high and wide. Mitchell did it last night. Casilla 2 for 3, 3 runs scored, a walk, a steal. Here's the 2-0, and that's across for a strike. Scoreless 7th for Pimentel, issued only a 2-out walk. Couple of strikeouts in the inning. On the 2-1, and a swing and a fly ball hit fairly well the other way. Washington backs up though, and he'll have room a couple steps shy of the track. Fairly deep left field, 1 down. When we're done tonight, we will join the Caps and the Golden Knights. Game 5 in progress. Caps trying to win it tonight.
Has that game started yet? Yeah, I guess it probably has to have started. Yeah, 9:30. Unless it's in Vegas.
Oh, it is, but let's get an update. It's Wellington Dotel.
One nothing Caps.
Oh my. First pitch is over for a strike.
That would be something though if they do finish this off, whether it's tonight or the next night or the night after that. They were down 2-0 in their first round series.
Yeah, that's right. It's the 0-1, and that's down and in.
They took out the Penguins, the two-time defending champs. Ovechkin would get his first ring.
It is 1-0, approaching midway through the second period already. There's the 1-1, and a jam shot foul straight back up top. Dotel tonight, 2 for 3, double, 2 ribbies, 2 runs, a sac fly. Revs a 9-2 lead, bottom of the 8th. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, Somerset at New Britain, the other game tonight in the Atlantic League. Only one other game tonight, 4 teams off. Pitch, swinging a well-hit ball straight away center. Vega staggers to a stop and squeezes it. That was a bullet right at him, and it might have knuckled a little bit. It looked like it was going toward right center. Never sliced, though. It hooked back and might have knuckled a little bit. It was hit on the nose, but out number 2.
That's a tough ball to read off the bat. A ball right at you, and especially if it has some weird topspin or backspin on it.
Here's Zach Wilson. It is a final at New Britain. Bees beat Somerset 5-3. Pitch to Wilson, a swing and a high pop-up. Middle of the infield. It is Soleil, the first baseman, in, called off by the second baseman, Valdespin. He squeezes it on the edge of the infield grass. Pimentel with 2 good innings, no hits allowed, goes 1-2-3 in the 8th. Revs will look to finish off their 3rd in a row, going to the 9th. It's 9-2 York.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
When you work with an independent insurance agent, you put the power of choice to work for you. Independent agents know several companies and their coverages, which means more options. And because companies like Donegal Insurance Group use the independent agent system, you not only get quality insurance, you also save money. The independent insurance agent system. Discover the power of choice. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Smart shoppers, you know a good deal when you see one. And Giant's got tons of them. Just keep a lookout for our wow price signs, and you'll be well on your way to smart choices and great everyday savings. Plus, we've got thousands of everyday low prices and bonus buys that'll save you even more. So the signs that you're one smart cookie are all around you.
At Giant, if you're ever 4th in line at checkout, your groceries are free. It's just one of the ways we're making grocery shopping better. My Giant. Available in Pennsylvania stores only. Some restrictions apply.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head of the 9th inning, Highland Piguero comes on. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. His first 3 outings with York, he's gone scoreless in all 3, and he'll look to finish this one off tonight. Mitch Atkins in line for his first win, well-deserved. Robert Carson with 2 1/3 scoreless to follow. And now Piguero. Not Carson's longest outing. He went 3 2/3 in an extra inning game back on May 13th. Now David Washington will lead things off, 2 for 3 with a triple and a run. Piguero with the pitch, swinging a foul tip into the mitt, strike 1. I can only imagine the decibel level coming out of John Walton if the Caps win tonight, and we'll have it for you right here on WOYK. It's the 0-1. And it's slapped the other way. That'll find the hole. Base hit into left field. David Washington, a 3 for 4 night. He came in kind of known for his power stroke, but a by far the most strikeouts in the league. Tonight he's put the bat on it and has 3 hits.
Quiet 3-hit night, but he's helped produce one of the runs for the Ducks tonight, although it doesn't look like it's going to matter. It's been all Revs tonight. Peguero just needs to get 3 outs, but Washington continues to have a solid season. We'll get the batting average up.
Here's Taylor Ard, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. And Peguero's first offering swung on, yanked in the air, foul over the seats in left, and bangs off the back railing or a pillar against it at the end of the concourse back into left field. Silva will toss it to a fan. He tossed it into open seats. People didn't know it was coming. Now it's a scramble for the souvenir. There's the 0-1. And that misses high and away. Ruby out there in left tonight. Saw him at second the last 2 nights. What a valuable player he is for this team. Versatility and production. Peguero ready. The 1-1 and a swing and a foul tip into the mid. He got Ard to chase down and away. It is pronounced Highland, and as we said during the road trip, he told us that he's got a son named Jalen, which when you look at his name, that's what you think it might be, but now I understand the Golden Knights just tied at 1-1.
Well, not so fast in that series.
It's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. A slider to get Taylor Ard swinging. And 1 down here in the top of the 9th. Now we're potentially a pitch away from ending it if a double play comes about.
The Revs have turned 2 tonight. The last one Taylor made up the middle.
Here's Ramon Cabrera, who's 1 for 3. Yeah, with 2 tonight, Revs have turned 7 in the last 3 games. All on the ground. Cabrera, the switch-hitting catcher. First pitch, he swings, drives it in the air, deep right field. Mitchell backs up, he'll have room, and makes the grab. 2 down. Mitchell, plenty of room. He's still at a couple steps before the track out near Cannonball. And that's out number 2 here in the top of the 9th.
Loud out right there, but nonetheless an out.
Now Anthony Vega, who's struck out all 3 times that he's batted. And Peguero will face him trying to end it. His 3rd season with Long Island. He has spent some time going to school past couple years. First pitch, he swings and misses. Fastball there. And now, thanks to our buddy John on Facebook letting me know, the Caps have just taken a 2-1 lead.
All right, that's how you answer.
We'll be with it soon. The 0-1 and a check swing missed inside. Peguero wants an appeal, but Mike Williams is out closer to second. He says no swing. Tomorrow night, 6:30 again. We're on at 6:10. Dominic Severino tomorrow against Jair Jurgens. Pitch is swung on, fouled upstairs, third base side. And a strike away from a 3rd straight win. Be the Revs' 3rd 3-game winning streak in just the last couple of weeks, week and a half or so. Here's the stretch and the 1-2. Slider a little high. Peguero started to walk off, hoping to get that ring up. Revs going for their 3rd 3-game win streak since May 24th. And their 4th win streak of at least 3 games this season. Here's the stretch. And the 2-2. Slider down and in. It glanced off Vega's leg. And it's a hit by pitch. So 2 base runners here in the 9th. Alex Soleil will come up. Hey, look, Michael, I have a spider crawling on me.
Do you really?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh no. That's not good. Well, I've been keeping my eye on this one up in the top right corner of the top of where our window usually is. You see that one up there?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I don't like that one.
That's a good one.
I don't like him at all.
Pitch to Soleil is high and outside. It was just a gnat. There is a spider over here.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on that. That's why when you said it, I was like, no way, he came all the way down.
Peguero trying to end it. The 1-0. And a number on the ground at short. Dent is there. Gloves fires to first in time. Game over. 3 in a row for the Revs, who win it tonight on homecoming night. Back here at Peoples Bank Park. 9-2 in the series opener against the Ducks. The offense producing right from the get-go. Here tonight, they ride that early lead all the way, and Mitch Atkins, he was due. He picks up his first win of the year. He was terrific. And for the Revs, it's their 4th win streak of 3 games or longer this season, and their 3rd in just the last couple of weeks. Now 19-15 as they match their high water mark at 4 games over 500. A 3-game skid answered by 3 in a row. That's a pretty good way to respond.